Hello and welcome to Perilous Pursuits, a live D&D podcast where a bunch of us nerdy-ass friends sit around a Zoom call and play D&D. Tonight we follow a fledgling group heading north into Icewind Dale. Warning, some content may not be suitable for all audiences.
I rolled an 8 on your dice.
Got a 15. That's my back.
Oh, nice.
Box around.
I got 12.
You want that one?
No, I got this. I was not set up yet.
All right, I rolled a 19.
Oh,
Looking like an official recap so far.
fuck off.
It is a recap.
God damn it. I rolled an 8. That's good for a rig.
Good thing is I listen to the podcast. That's whenever I listen to the podcast, I don't have to.
You never have to do it. Yeah, you do your prep.
We know that Spencer's going to end up doing it anyway. If I don't listen to it, then I'll have to.
Well, previously on.
Previously on.
Previously
Yes,
on.
Icewind Dale.
Once among Laurel. Wait, cut. Take two. Just edit that out. Okay, previously on Icewind Dale.
The best
We
of
started-
oral?
The journey to Targos, right?
Yeah.
We traveled, got a little lost, made it to Targos, spent the night at the inn. We didn't perform yet
No,
in Targos.
No.
We're going to perform.
you skipped right to the end.
Right to the end.
That's
Was that the end of the
we
podcast?
went to Targos. The end.
Well, what happened in between? Didn't we start on the journey to Targos?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
We went to
And we got-
Targos,
a little lost.
and we met a very hot innkeeper.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
an old lady. And a 12-year-old girl that Maximus was macking on. That's the only part I remember.
That's the wrong town.
Oh yeah, we just left the town.
Mine. And then
Maximus stole a bunch of platinum from everyone.
Percy, that was 3 episodes ago,
Yep.
Oh,
from the Knolls. You started making armor.
yeah. So once we got to town, we spent the night at the inn. You worked on armor.
Went to the
You're
blacksmith.
going to be working several days on armor, or
We
maybe
did some
one more.
shopping.
Did some
Did some
shopping.
Yeah, I took Smoke and Quincy, and they didn't have an ear horn, up to the
No ear
Triglio.
home for you.
Yeah.
And got some whale oil and tent.
Some white paint.
Yeah, some really old white paint.
And I think at this point, you did an exhausting day armor setting, Mr. Ponto.
You also went to town hall. You gave some good berries away.
That's right.
Yeah,
started
You
a soup
hunted
kitchen.
Help
for
some
a
people.
deer.
Yeah. Shot a deer.
Which
He
is
doesn't
what I
remember
plan
any of
on
the
doing.
stuff that
He
his
didn't shoot a
character
deer.
did.
He like took
Oh,
a deer
yeah, I
down.
took it down as a wolf.
Yeah.
Right. Smoke was hunting the wolf that was hunting the deer.
Yeah.
Right.
He was hunting for rabbit from the other rabbit.
I was rage shitting in the toilet.
Yeah,
Oh
there was
my
a lot of
goodness.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we would skip over that. I mean, we'd just be a little classy this time.
There's now nail holes from Smoke's talents going in there. It's like, "Ah!"
Holding me down.
Just your grip.
That
Straight
outhouse
there.
never looked the same.
They may have to burn it.
And I think we had an
Just about did.
open arrangement to perform for tonight for sure, but we could perform for several future days.
Uh-huh.
Because
Depending on if we're here or not, we could continue performing. And that's it. We're on downtime, relaxing in this shithole called Targos.
Mhm.
Did I miss anything else?
No, that sounds about right.
And you all slept well because I didn't work on anything.
Yeah.
We actually
So
haven't done a rest yet.
Tired.
You are exhausted, Ponto.
I'm already asleep.
You're like, my arm is so sore.
So he's already gone to bed, but the rest of us are still at the
Yeti went over with a plate of food over
Yeah.
to the blacksmith, met Ponto, and I think they're in process of coming back to the tavern.
I think so.
I thought you were going straight to the inn to get some shut-eye.
I would 100% just go.
Straight to the Luskin Arms. Okay.
You have a key. I mean, you have the key.
So we're all at the 3 Flag Sailing right now? Or no,
Yeah,
we're
right.
shopping
They want
still.
the Luskin Arms.
Oh, we headed back?
well, Ponto is heading back to the Luskan Arms. Smoke, Maximus, Quincy, and Yeti, you are all. I think Yeti is with Ponto.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with you to the inn because I'm gonna need the key later.
To room number 7.
no, room number 7 is the fancy elf.
Well,
He's
we're
half-
gonna jump him and rob him tonight. That's what.
One half was elf. Which half was elf? I don't think you ever said.
you can
The
find
left
out.
side always like Two-Face.
You can find out when you take the blankets off.
Long,
later tonight.
flowing golden hair on one side.
I think we just gotta cover his mouth. Don't let the elf speak at all, because he'll probably tell us lies, and then just take him out.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, and
Wow.
I have one of your
Scarves.
handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
The nice silk handkerchief. No, it's an okay one. Oh,
Better than last
actually,
time.
I used it, and now Smoke has it. He needed to clean up a little bit with it.
That's right. Make a diaper out of it.
Like a weird, like cat pattern in the snow.
Yeah, there's a circle, a brown ring around the inn now. Have
Like-
you ever wiped out skiing and in the spring skiing
Wiped
in
your ass
shorts or
skiing?
whatever? And you just
Nope.
burn yourself on the ice?
Nope.
Can you imagine
Can't.
what his sphincter's like?
Super tight. Super tight.
Super red.
So Ponto and Yeti, you find yourself heading towards the Luskan Arms. You guys are walking there at a pretty brisk pace as the temperature is definitely getting colder and more not so friendly.
He's good out here.
I'm just hugging my plate of food brought, trying to not let it get too cold.
I better
rushing
bring
to
that
the
plate
inn.
back to the inn with me. They're gonna want the silverware in the plate.
That's fair.
You didn't get it in a to-go bag?
No, I just carried the plate out.
I don't think they have bags for
Yeah, they didn't have any stuff.
Frozen dinner.
That sounds awful.
Just pouring the gravy in the burlap bag.
It's a gravy sickle.
Yeah.
By the time you get back, yeah.
10 minutes goes by and you guys make it to the Luskan Arms. It's freezing outside. You open the door and this blast of heat kind of hits you, but it's not nearly as warm as the Three Flags Sailing Inn, where like the heat and the people and the bodies are all warming things up. Did you want to do anything specifically while you got here before we pan over to the other half of the group?
Nope, I'm going to eat as much as I can. And give back the plate and key and go and collapse.
Okay.
Yep, and then I'll take the stuff back to the inn.
And the key.
Yeah, I'll take the key.
Okay. I think it was 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 7,
Perfect.
if I'm not mistaken. So you guys come back as Yeti enters the Three Flags Sailing. I'm going to assume at this time Maximus is getting up on stage. He's kind of arranging the stage how he sees fit. Quincy's at the table, still batting his caterpillars from hell at Ma.
That's creating a wind, Quincy. Stop that.
Smoke, you are like kind of like starting to stretch out as you're finally starting to warm up as the meat is finally hitting you, and this stew with actual deer meat in here as well.
I'm thinking about my frontman moves I'm going to do tonight before the show.
Oh boy, can't wait. So Yeti starts to walk in. Maximus, you're up on stage, and the inn's about half, or the tavern's about half full. So
Okay.
It's all on you now.
Okay. The bartender is Ma.
Correct?
I look over at Ma. Is good to go. We got the green
And
light here.
she's like,
Okay, I'll turn over and I'll point to Smoke. I'll be like, "You're up, Smoke."
All right, I'll get up on stage and I'll start clapping. I'll ask everyone to start clamping, start pounding on the tables, and I'll just say, "Live here at the Three Flags Sailing, I'd like to introduce Maximus and the Miners."
Okay. As the place kind of like all shuts up quietly and everyone
Nobody joins with me in the.
Nobody joins. They're like, what is going on with that?
Well, I'll take the stage. Quincy, are you playing kazoo tonight? Kazoo. Bring your kazoo. Remember we practiced.
Kazoo? Where's my horn?
Quincy's a little horny.
Come blow my horn. Oh, you want to play my kazoo? There you go.
Well, I don't want to play your mouth organ.
What?
Okay, if you want to cut, you got to get on stage and play with me. Otherwise, I'm happy to make the money all myself.
Okay. Give me back my
deer.
I'm in.
You're not here.
I'm fucking
He
sitting
is.
right beside him.
He walked
Oh,
in.
you came back?
He came back while you guys are getting on stage.
Okay. Are you playing tonight?
I don't play.
What? You're part of the band.
This
I
is
thought
your
you were the
band.
drummer.
This is your band.
Okay, fine. I mean, it's not really Maximus and the Miners without the Miners.
Performance, right?
She's in another town.
All right. Well, I take the stage and I sing a little song, and it goes something like this. Rising up, back on the street. I did my time, I took my chances. But when the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. You're doing the drums? So many times it happened too fast.
Yeah, there's no
You change your passion no for glory. Don't you lose your grip on the dreams of your past. You must fight just to keep them alive. Now.
What?
It's the eye of the tiger. Okay, that's
So glad that's done.
okay. Well, that's my performance.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15 for my
Your voice
performance.
doesn't translate to the podcast as well because you got a really good singing voice. But on
Yeah.
the podcast, it doesn't
Right, you
sound
just
so
don't
good.
It just doesn't translate very well. Yeah.
voice, I think.
Well,
This
that's
shouldn't be recorded.
pretty good.
Ouch. I listened to it today, and
Yiza.
Ouch.
I don't know.
We got to get him into a sound booth.
All right. Well, it's
Yeah, we need
26 for performance roll.
Wowzer.
Nice.
So you guys
See, that
start
counts
this.
first, right?
Yeah,
You
that
need
did.
advantage for actually doing the actual singing.
I didn't need it.
Okay.
As you start to unleash this performance that Three Flag Sailing has heard of you, and obviously you've done this before here, but they now remember and recognize your talent and skill,
Ah, yes.
and they start to kind of stomp their feet with the beat, and then they start to chime in a little bit after you're going through a couple of rounds of the different songs.
Well, Eye of the Tiger, it's
Yeah.
it's one that's been around. People know this song.
Now that I kind of see how good he's doing tonight, I'm on board and I do the horn. I bring out the horn. I go.
Okay, if you do that, you still have to make a performance check.
No, I don't want to fuck up.
I'm sure it's plus another. So.
That's
Bringing
fine.
the average down.
I rolled
My
a 12.
26 is now just a 21.
Well, I got a 15. So.
I got a 12. I probably maybe, if I'm lucky, it's 0.
What's your charisma modifier?
I'm as charismatic as you would expect for it.
For
For a
Yeah,
Yeti.
it's plus 0.
Well done.
It's a good thing your part is small in this performance,
Yeah.
but it is well timed at least, and you're on cue for it. So definitely a well-earned first set as the crowd starts to chat a little bit louder, as they're getting a little bit more boisterous. It's like you're taking some of their worries and cares a little bit from the past week since they've seen you before.
Yeah, they feel my pain. They know what I've been through.
Mhm.
They had to listen to the horn.
The first half of your set goes great. Ma is just like pumped up. She's like, "Oh, this is some of the best money we've spent here because we're getting more people drinking, more people eating, staying a little bit longer."
Right. How many people come in from outside? They hear the music.
They heard about deer.
They heard about deer.
Uh-huh.
They're like, they heard about deer and then they saw music and they're
Right,
like, okay, we're here for the night, guys.
So now we got a full house.
Yeah,
There we
it's a
go.
full house. I mean, so there's like, all 8 tables are full now.
Right. There's twice as many people as there was when I started.
Exactly. And Ma is busy behind the bar. She's serving drinks. Meals are coming out. The deer is definitely being utilized to its fullest for the meals. If you would like to make a second half of your check, or we'll just go with that one, that's fine with me to expedite the night a
You
little
want
bit.
another song?
Okay.
That's fine. I'll save it for next time.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
be
fine
right
with
here.
me. The evening goes well into the night. It's like
You're staying a week.
at
anyways.
least 10 and it's like at least 11 o'clock at night before the evening starts to wind down.
I put on another performance.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And
People are clapping, they're singing. People are now like, you're not
Random
quite.
people. What happened to the special effects? Where's the light show?
Are we gonna-
I'm gonna roll to see if
Some
people
people-
remember.
Quincy. There we go. Quincy's got the backup light
I'll-
show.
I'll tell Maximus, I think I can do better this time. It's an introduction.
Well, save it for tomorrow night.
We need to
Okay.
get like big 5-foot stone cauldrons in 3 different places behind you so that I can create bonfire. Like,
Like a
Oh,
Van
got it.
Halen concert.
but it would burn down the building if it wasn't set up properly.
Okay, well, we'll workshop it.
We need an asbestos hotel.
Yeah, maybe that's something that we can
The
use.
asbestos hotel.
Maybe that's something that we can use when we do our big show.
Yeah.
When we
Oh, in the mine. In the mine.
building the stage in the mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mine is
can't
stone,
burn down the
so-
mine.
The
Yeah.
miners in the mine. That's a big event. What does he call it? Freezing man, right?
Yep. Freezing man. So you guys finish well into the evening. It's at least 11:30, pushing midnight in that area. You guys are tired. You walked for most of the day. You had somewhat of a average day in Icewind Dale of walking around, doing a little bit, freezing your ass off. But you're excited because at least, you've had a little bit of fun. You've brought a little bit of joy into these 10 towners, and they definitely seem to appreciate it. At the end of the evening, as everyone's leaving, Ma comes over to your table. She puts 20 gold down. She's like, "You have exceptionally outperformed yourself, Maximus. I appreciate all the efforts." And
Do I see that?
smile again.
Do I see the 20 gold?
Oh, she puts it down. She's talking openly.
Nobody
Nobody else is. Nobody else is like.
I stand beside Maximus and I watch everything he does for the rest of the campaign.
I sleight of hand it under Smoke's nose. I'll roll for it.
I'm not going to make you roll for it.
I want to though. I want to
I'm aware.
pull a fast one on Smoke.
So as you guys are sitting at the table, you can see there's like a couple of people are still like sleeping on the bar because they've had a few too many drinks in the evening. And Ma's like, the last time I had someone sleeping here, they were just cold because they didn't have a place to sleep. And this one's here for the regular reasons normally. It's nice to see. You've done the town and myself a great favor just by helping us out.
We put it out there to the patrons that we'll be back again tomorrow night. We think we'll be back tomorrow night. Probably.
I'll
Spread the word.
tell the right people. Thank you.
We got to make some flyers or something.
You don't need to. You did so good today.
That's right.
Just don't bomb tomorrow.
As the patrons are leaving, I'm going to tell them, back again tomorrow. Tell your friends.
Yeah, so she pays you, like, there's, like, your meals were comped. Like,
Drinks.
you guys all had drinks.
Yeah.
And, like, she puts 20 gold down. She's like, I appreciate everything you've done. Like, I haven't had a night like this in years.
Well, we could probably do another set tomorrow. I mean, we're going to be in
And
town.
She'll stare at Quincy and be like, I've got scissors out back. Can I cut those things?
You know, if we spin it right, you know, we could probably convince him that it's a part of his appearance upgrade for the new show, you know.
She's like, you give me 20 gold, I'll cut his eyebrows right now.
Quincy, I think you should negotiate for a date.
I think about how close I have to be.
Yeah, but
it's a proximity.
I think you should start cutting other things if he pisses you off.
yeah, I think you're the one who wants them cut so bad. You should pay me.
No.
Have you heard of Lorena Bobbitt?
Lorena.
We could just
Put it in a vial for you. You can put it up on the shelf.
It's like, I've got scissors if you want to go cut them.
No, I'm not getting close to that guy.
See, that's why I have to be paid as well. Anyways, I bid you all a great evening. Thanks again, Maximus, Caterpillar, Yeti, Smoker Russ.
Python, maybe.
Oh, God.
Be the smallest python I've seen for years. Like a garter.
It's all hair.
Women can tell these things.
Yeah, I guess.
He's got a little tomahawk python down below.
So you guys find yourself done for the evening here as she's wrapping up. You finish your meals, you finish your meads. As you wander back to the Luskan Arms, open the...
Can I get her to sign my comment card for the night?
It's like, aren't you coming tomorrow?
Yeah, but I mean, it's fresh in your mind right now how well the performance.
Come on,
went.
I've got to clean up. Give me I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be
All right.
fine.
All right.
It's not like I haven't signed it before.
I'll let you know if I find any meat tomorrow morning.
Oh, you're going to go hunting again?
I'll try. Smoke will help.
If you
I'd go with him.
It might not go as
if
well.
you get something a little bit bigger than a deer, maybe an elk or a couple of the boar that
We
Run
find
around
it.
something.
We find it works best if Yeti chases the elk and I chase Yeti. It works really well.
If
she's like looking up in the air, she's like, okay, all right,
if you can, we can talk tomorrow morning. But if you can maybe lead me to a hunter that would know where I would find a boar, I might be able to do that. But otherwise, I'm just randomly wandering the woods.
all right, I'll
If you know someone. But also, hunters probably don't want to give up their prime spot.
that's usually what happens. But I mean, if I'll talk to a few people in the town.
Sure. Come
I'll
in tomorrow.
see.
Good night.
Anyways, good evening to you all.
What do you mean?
Hopefully you all sleep well. We'll see you tomorrow. And as she kind of like exits you out and shuts the door, and you hear the bar across to lock things up as she's cleaning, and she's kind of humming the music that was sung that night.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, what the?
Wow, what is
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Sorry.
There you go.
What the fuck's going on here? What's wrong with this corner of the table?
You got defective beers over there.
Thanks, Mike.
As you guys make your way to the Luskan Arms, you open the door. There's a giant pile of napkins right below there that
Yeah,
Jason put there.
We got some.
Right below Ray.
Yep. Just where they need to be.
I bring those last week
You
so
did.
that when you still you have one.
Yeah,
Look on the ground. There's napkins all around your chair, Ray.
you were. You guys make your way to Luskan Arms. You open the door. The same kind of surly gentleman is there, skinny and gaunt and kind of angry at his
What's wrong with these things?
Good evening,
Choice.
Owen.
I don't know what's going on here.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I was like, shit, this beer.
Well, you guys Guys calling it an evening as well?
Yep.
I'd love
I
to
go quietly
shut my
back
eyes.
into my room.
Thank
so,
you.
So I don't wake Ponto. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you find Ponto just like splayed out in his bed, just like snoring heavily.
I tuck him in a little if he needs an extra blanket.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that.
If he needs it.
He's sleeping in that giant-sized bed.
You
That's
take
true,
you
it's
take
big.
30 seconds to find Ponto, and then you tuck him in.
No, I can't find him.
Like losing the remote in the couch.
Quincy and Smoke, I assume you're buddied up in a room as well.
I'm gonna sit down and shake that paint. And
Shloop, shloop, shloop. It's kind of like
his eyebrows.
after a couple minutes of that, I'm gonna open up the can and take a
how are
look
you
in there.
grooming your eyebrows? Do you have
have
scissors?
a shaving kit. We all probably have a shaving kit.
I
don't.
I
Just,
have
like,
my
take
great
the
axe,
razor-
Quincy. Quincy,
You
I can
shave
do with
Shave
my.
them right off.
I help. Oh, I'm not there.
Quincy, I think I have a dagger. I could cut that.
Smoke.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna smoke.
Get Smoke to do it.
So you're gonna take two daggers and kind of just like shoot, shoot,
Yeah,
shoot.
sure.
Actually, I
You're
don't.
dead.
I have a hand axe.
That's a rough
I can-
shave.
I can do it, Quincy. Trust me.
There is a
Put your
mirror
head on
in
the
the room,
counter.
Quincy, if you feel the need to try it yourself before.
What's that?
There is a mirror in the room if you feel like you
Okay.
want to
I will do that.
try
Like-
yourself.
Could you prestidigitate? You can clean yourself with prestidigitation.
Mhm.
Yeah, so your hair would be
If
If the
clean.
DM's nice enough, he'd let you.
No.
We've
We've made such a deal about these eyebrows.
Mhm.
We're not getting away that fast.
But if you press the digitate them, they get all like nice and groomed and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
angled and spiked
slick back.
properly,
Mhm.
and just
You look like David Attenborough.
Yeah.
You'd have
Quincy-
like raindrops with a like float and move above your eyes.
Quincy, just stand in front of me to the side, and I'll just use my great axe. One swing. All good.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
so we all gone all right.
Trust me.
Plus one right
Just
now.
now there's less resistance when it hits your face. Roll a sleight of hand.
Ooh. Me? Oh,
Yeah. Because I feel like that's a nimble thing to do.
Nimble. Plus one.
Sure.
5.
You get one eyebrow.
No, kind of like shave them down so at least they're like kind of like you've got this much of them left, but there are
Get your stash eyebrows.
kind of squared up a little bit. You're like, they're shorter.
They're still bushy. They're just short and bushy.
You just look shocked all the time.
Good news, at least it's hair. You'll grow back.
It's still one eyebrow though, right? Unibrow.
Nope, there's two eyebrows.
Oh, there's two now?
You're-
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Just
I
take
got-
them off, draw them back, and
It's just gonna get better.
I got that surprised look.
That's the weirdest
You ever
looking
meet a
thing.
girl that does that?
Oh yeah.
Shaves them completely off and then does the whole surprise.
Oh yeah. And then she raises her eyebrows. You're like, whoa, those are really high. So you have, I want to say you shaved off like 30, like this part of your eyebrows on each side, but you've like cut them up top and you've shaved the middle, so at least you have two. Maximus, we all know that you went to your own room,
Yeah, room 7.
room 7.
I say we go up to that fancy half elf's place and we roll them.
I think that's a good idea, Quincy.
Well, there's a key. So obviously, there's a lock. So I locked the door.
Sure.
Sure.
You locked a shitty lock.
Wait for him to go to sleep though. We'll just tie him up and gag him.
I mean, you all walked into the rooms together.
Yeah.
And it's like, you
saw
guys
me
went
walk
to
into
5
room
and you
7.
saw Maximus go into 7. You're like,
Hey,
wait a minute.
What the hell?
Wasn't that expensive?
Maximus was like that.
Maybe that's why he wasn't interested in mom. We'll never know.
I told you I wanted my own room.
Oh yeah.
For your own reasons.
Yeah, for my own reasons. Maybe I like.
I'm gonna sit down in the corner with my paint.
Yeah.
And just look in the can. Is it actually any liquid in there?
Maybe if you heat it up, like maybe if it got warmer, it would help. But I mean, it's kind of like.
I'll go down and sit by the fire for half an hour with it.
Okay. And you're like kind of shaking it a little bit as you're like heating up.
Yep.
You do that for maybe an hour or two, and you now can kind of like safely say there's definitely probably some. You open the lid, you're like, oh, there is some in here. Cool, and you go back to your room.
Yeah, I'll sit in the corner and I'll just bring out my my moose knuckles.
Yep.
And I'll look around for something to paint. I'll look at my tail.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'll dip my tail in the paint. Start painting the moose.
Yep. So
how well do I paint the moose?
roll a performance check.
Shit, that's a 4.
It's not great.
It's pretty
There's
chunky.
white paint on it. It's chunky. It's not great looking.
All right, is Quincy asleep?
Yes, Quincy is asleep.
I'll look at my tail and just what to wipe it off on, and I'll go over to his face and I'll just try to paint his eyebrows.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without waking him.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
You're missing out. What's Smoke's doing here?
I'm not there.
Yeah, but he is.
I'm sleeping.
That's a 13.
What's your passive, Quincy?
I'm sleeping.
What's your passive?
0 when he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
My passive perception is 11.
You paint, and now roll another performance check.
Here we go.
Oh no!
Oh, that's an 8.
You have now painted Quincy's eyebrows white.
And do I put the
As
unibrow
well
back?
as his forehead.
Do I put the unibrow back?
Yeah, it's back. It's like eyebrow, white paint, eyebrow, white. And you just like, there's like drops on his face from like where your tail kind of like made a mess.
I'll stand back with my arms folded. I'll just shake my head. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I'll go to. I'll wipe off my my tail with Maximus's hanky, and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay.
Is it still a little blonde?
Oh yeah, it's not great. Sorry, Quincy. Not sorry.
Yeah, not at all.
No, you're not.
Maximus, you're now in your room,
Yep.
relaxing.
Yep.
Or you're just like taking in the evening, kind of like
I'll
winding
probably,
down.
yeah, I'm done for the night. I'm gonna go to bed. Maybe in the morning I'll do some writing, but
Perfect.
I'm going straight to bed.
As you all sleep.
I think briefly about taking Ponto's tools out and just starting to ting on some shit. But then I don't do it.
That would probably relax him.
I was totally waiting for you to do that.
No. I think about it. I'm like, oh, that guy, he deserved it. And then I go, no.
You don't want your alignment to change, right?
Yeah. I'd probably give him a wet dream.
Still pretty chaotic.
That would fit.
So you guys find sleep. Quincy, do you want to roll me a Constitution check?
What? It's lead paint.
It's poison paint.
It's tungsten iridium paint.
I'm rolling 7.
Oh shit.
You were almost away from that magic number in my books. Sleep comes slowly to Quincy. It's not restful. It's not peaceful. You dream of your old life back in the tower, cleaning random experiment chambers and wizards' offices of stuff they were doing. Some of it makes a bit more sense for some reason now. Like information is being passed on somehow into your mind. to this voice that has started talking to you. In your dreams, you see your crystal that you found. You hear in your your mind, like it's speaking everywhere around you. It says, "Keep this. You'll know when it's right. You'll see when the time is needed. Don't worry. We're going to become great friends. I've been waiting to find someone just like you." And like sleep, you toss and turn. You dream more about the people there now, and more about like the brotherhood itself, and the dreams of the people in the tower, and the wizards and their experiments again. And you go over the same night where you broke the jar and you scooped it up in your lunch case, and you don't remember what happened after that, but you remember that awful feeling of when you ate and you're just like, oh, that's not good, and how you were kind of sick and they didn't know if you were going to make it, and you suddenly pulled through and everything was right as rain. But you know deep down that something's probably not okay, or is very different from what you knew as to be normal. You wake up with no ill effects, just a little more tired. You kind of pull out the crystal and you're just like shaking the sleep out of your eyes, and you're like, did that really all happen last night? You couldn't tell if it was a dream or if it was just like, an old memory. You can write down in your inventory that the crystal will become a +1 focus for you, as you have attuned to it long enough now.
+1 spell save DC.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty nice.
+1
And +1 for ranged attacks.
Ooh.
Just because he's had it in his nutsack? That's all. That's.
I blow one of the off it.
I start shouting random.
Quincy, can you teabag my ex?
None of you know this. My goodness.
That's how you really attune to something.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's a hard attunement.
We're finding a hot hole.
Wow. That is going to be an unpleasant few days for you.
Wow.
You now.
Does it change colors? No one even knows he has it. It's just.
Well, he has
I remember
it.
him
But
being possessive about it.
Right.
when you pulled the crystal out, Quincy, you definitely see kind of like changing colors in it, swirls of motion that you for sure know weren't there before.
I'd like to roll a Krishinabon check.
A what?
I want to know if this is Krishinabon or not.
What is that?
Okay, good.
It's powered up.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
If you don't know what that is, I'm good.
Okay. Maybe I call it something else, but all right. You now at all times kind of have a secondary sense of someone else talking to you. Almost like the connection between whatever is going on with you is a little bit clearer.
Like a mind link.
Almost like you have your own thoughts, and whatever else is going on has its own thoughts that are now being a little more clearly conveyed to you.
Like there's a squid in another dimension that's mind linked with him.
I wouldn't say squid, but right down the right alley. I will have to ask you to make a few checks every now and again.
Oh no.
You will not be privy as to what they are.
Quincy's the old guy in Squid Game.
The rest of you wake up. Ponto, you wake up with an agonizing amount of pain in your shoulder from working on a forge. Something that you've done, but not nearly to this extent. You can roll a Constitution save in the morning to see how awful this is going to be.
I almost spoiled a big
You can
thing.
you can almost you can guide yourself if you want
See
to.
that? No.
17 total.
You wake up with aches and pains in your shoulders and in your back from being hunched over. You don't take a point of exhaustion for the day, which is nice. You rolled high enough. But needless to say, you are encumbered for the day because you're going to have to like do some stretches, maybe do some weightlifting with one arm just to kind of get the blood moving again.
I'm going to use my good hand today.
You want to roll at disadvantage because it's like rolling with your. It's like, I'm gonna be right-handed for everything.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's like,
Ponto's left-handed this whole time.
Yeah, this whole time. No.
As you wish.
the morning all comes to you as you wake up, fully rested and ready to go for the day.
Ponto, you look like you've been working out.
Just my right side. Flex a little for smoke.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's not a good idea yet. I'm still cold.
You keep doing that, dude. You'll be a barbarian yet, Ponto.
Got some 8x35,
Yeah.
Flinch a little bit.
some tiger balm. You guys wake up. You're smart enough this time to at least save some of your meat from the night before. So when you wake up, you can eat some like cold deer meat. Ponto, you have about 20% of your meal from last night still.
I'll stick the meat on my javelin and hold it over the fire.
Perfect. Owen is down there, looks about as surly as he normally does, kind of unhappy with his life choices and decisions, but nevertheless, still here.
So in the morning before I come down from my room, Maximus is going to journal a little bit just to keep while it's fresh in his mind, just write down, the events of the last day. And
You have a blog, MySpace.
no, it's
He has an Icewind Dale space. It's called Rime SN.
okay. And then I'd also like to string my bow.
Okay. You pull out the bowstring that you got from the hunters back in Turlemaine. You step through, press down as you loop the one end, and then force the loop back onto it. And kind of with a snap of the bow as it kind of comes to tauntness, you kind of flex it a bit, and kind of you hear the roll of this long thum. And as you kind of pull your strings, you kind of see faint other strings appear in the bow itself. And you're like, this wasn't magical before. What is going on?
I'll run over to Ponto and be like, Ponto, I did a thing. What is it? Look at this.
You made it magic? How'd you do
I don't know.
For the first time ever, since the very beginning of this campaign, I will ritual cast Identify. I can use a spell.
You can save a spell.
It's your first spell you ever cast?
No, he's
I've just
ritual.
never used Identify.
Oh.
you used Identify for like the mirror and other stuff, but you like actually used a spell slot because you're like, we gotta hurry up and do this. This is actually ritual casting it. What Ponto tells you this is definitely a long forgotten bow that has been taken from this tomb. Whatever magic was dormant in it, it obviously completed itself once it was strung up.
You actually can.
You can't use a longbow anyways.
Oh, it was a longbow?
Yeah.
I could. It would be great.
You dig your toes into the sand. I feel like we've
It's like the gray.
yeah.
Eldar the gray.
Between two trees.
Yeah.
Pull back.
Exactly.
Use your toe.
Use the toe.
This bow is magical in the sense that the damage will overcome resistance.
We have one really long.
It will give you extra
Like me.
bardic inspiration equal to your proficiency modifier. And
Holy fuck, it's amazing.
Wow.
And you can use your bardic inspiration with an attack for free, but it still comes out of your bardic inspiration pool.
To hit or to damage?
You can use your bardic. No, you can, when you draw it and you release an arrow with the thrum of the bowstring and the rolling note that goes across the field, you can use your bardic inspiration as part of the attack.
How does the attack?
To either inspire or cutting words, whatever you so choose.
Oh,
And it comes out of your pool of bardic inspirations.
nice.
Well, I think cutting words is a reaction.
Correct.
So
You can use your bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Not on the attack itself, because you can't inspire yourself yet. But at least you could inspire other
I can
people.
inspire someone else when I attack.
Correct.
Without using your reaction
Or your bonus action.
or your bonus action.
Wow. Can you play a tune on it?
The bow is called the Warwick.
Warwick Davis?
No.
Is it really small longbow?
No, it's about the same size.
And
But because it's magical, it resizes.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It stays the same size because it was crafted for this purpose.
and did you say it was a +1?
No, I said it was a magical bow.
Not a +1.
No.
I just want to write it down.
Great clarification skills. Awesome.
No, he didn't say it wasn't a +2.
Right.
Yeah, isn't he adding his proficiency bonus to that though?
Nope.
Sweet, awesome.
As you guys, you've got a -1 on that boat. No, I'm just kidding.
Cursed.
You go on the search for oral. Quincy is. Oh, he's ready, all right.
He's going to Ma.
You all wake up, and as Quincy comes downstairs, kind of like wiping his eyes, kind of like notices a bit of paint. He's like, "The fuck
No,
happened?"
it'd be dry by now.
I know, but
What do you
like,
got on your face?
While he was tossing and turning, it's not just in his eyebrows anymore, it's everywhere.
I redid my eyebrows last night.
Oh, looks good.
Look
I need
like
to
a
roll
Rime.
this. I need to roll something for
yeah,
that.
you do.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I think it was too much for those bushy eyebrows.
Yeah, I need to roll deception.
Sure.
We need to fix this.
I'm too handsome now, or what?
No, we need a restoration or
Let's talk.
Doesn't matter.
we need a wish spell or something.
The good news is the paint didn't really adhere to your skin, and I mean, in the next 3 days, it'll flake off.
It's
The paint wasn't.
You prestidigitate all that paint off of there. That's kind of weird, I think.
What are you talking about?
All the paint you have on your face.
As
Doesn't look
as
good.
Smoke's coming downstairs, he sheepishly kind of hides his tail a little bit, but he's displaying the giant moose. He's like, "Look, guys, I did this."
It's so good.
You could walk around the corner. There's a mirror in downstairs probably as well.
Okay, I gotta go look in the mirror.
Oh!
Hey, Quincy, I think Moose Knuckles attacked you last night after I painted him. Strange.
You guys stare at this moose statue that Smoke has painted, and it's like globs of weird.
Looked at with Smoke with daggers in his eyes.
You did this!
What? I kind of giggle.
As you all see, like a permanent white spot on Smoke's tail now from the paint.
Oh, it's permanent on me, but it flakes
Oh, the
off at him.
The paint will eventually come off fur, but fur lasts longer than skin.
Sure, fair enough.
On the moose look. Is it
Like shit.
well done?
No.
It looks like shit.
It's
You
like
got some shit on
globs. It's like globs of hardened paint that didn't quite like all shake loose.
Smoke, I think we need some lacquer thinner. Go find some shellac or something.
So I'll go up to Ponto and say, "Is this something you could help me with, Ponto?" I don't think I'm very good at this.
I think if you prestidigitate, you'll be better.
Okay, I'm gonna prestidigitate myself in the mirror.
The paint will come off.
Okay, I can take the paint off.
You guys now notice
Really
the
gonna make my eyebrows better.
That's not better.
Now they see your true eyebrows.
It's a comb over
Yeah,
eyebrow.
That's awesome.
You now have like a half-inch eyebrow that's like kind of straight. It's perfectly pushed up and like slid to the side. And instead of like they stop here, they stop here.
I
The
think,
light is just like
I think it should just be one side. He combs it over to the other.
you got the middle and you could braid it together probably if your fingers were smaller. Your eyebrows definitely look different.
What if you stick your face in a bonfire and we say you saved a child? From a
We can spin it.
Girlfriend.
Yeah. You have a girlfriend? Oh, that 12-year-old?
She's not 12. I went back and I listened to the
I said teenager.
and you said 19 or 18. That's what you said.
That's what you
Okay,
assumed.
I'm 13.
Did you say
then.
she
She's not
looks
12.
like she's 19?
I said she's about, not in age. That's what you look and you see.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, she could be 14. You have no idea.
That's what I'm doing. Those mature looking girls.
Not that mature.
Oh, so she doesn't look mature.
Not that mature.
She developed early.
So you guys start your day. Ponto, Quincy, Smoke, and Maximus, and Yeti. What are you all doing?
We're going back to the blacksmith, right? You got work to do?
Yeah, I'm eating as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a good berry. I will good berry everybody.
Thank you.
Because we don't get a real breakfast. So
No.
here's a good berry.
I'll eat the good berry.
Ponto, do you want me to come with you? Do you need any help? I can hit stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff to move. There's have you ever done any blacksmithing stuff before?
No, we had a person in our tribe do that. And mostly we traded for our weapons, so.
Maybe you can just carry stuff and move stuff and hold stuff for me while I work it.
Sure. I heard it's warm in there. That's
Yeah, it's very warm. You like.
Yeah, it was a
I-
little
I'm
too.
I want to know if Smoke eats the good berry.
Smoke, roll a
What?
Constitution
Whoa.
check.
He hasn't had very.
Let me. This is like when you've like drank too much screwdrivers and then you kind of
You
barf
never
them all
ever
up,
want
and
that
then you're
again.
like,
Right,
and then you're like,
exactly.
oh, I'll have a screwdriver, and you get it, and you're like, "Eee."
No.
Constitution check. Did I just eat a good berry, apparently?
If you,
You
would like
offered
to.
one.
You were offered one. You have it
Okay.
in your hand, and you're like,
If you don't want it, just hand it back.
It's a 16.
I'm gonna say you can eat it if you want to, but it's kind of like,
I'm gonna be
Kinda-
farting. I'll be farting all day.
French onion soup.
Yeah, I'll down it.
I used to love French onion soup. When I got strep throat as a kid, my parents gave me French onion soup.
You just still hate it. That was wow. That sucks. That's good stuff too. That's a bad thing to not like.
Yeah.
So Smoke is going with Ponto back to the blacksmith. Are the rest of you following?
Yep.
To the blacksmith? No.
Yeah, I want to go to the blacksmith.
You need my help?
Well, you're gonna go hunting, right?
I was planning on it, but I could help you if you prefer.
No. Smoke will probably do better in the warm, and
Yeah.
I appreciate
true.
that you were there yesterday.
Mm.
Definitely helpful, but you did not.
I didn't
look
do anything.
comfortable.
Yeah, I didn't do much.
You did not look.
I could go hunting with you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay.
I could detect flies.
Yeah, and if you can keep Smoke busy while I hunt, that would be
I'll go
even
with
more
you.
productive.
I'll go hunting. I'll tell you what I can.
I walk away. I don't know what he's saying. I just walk away.
He's asking where's the nearest bonfire.
I'm gonna stop and talk to Ma about if she gave me a location.
Oh,
or
cool.
talked to a
We're gonna
hunter
go
or
see
something.
Mom.
No, I'm not going. I'm not bringing him to Mom.
He's not pulling the shield. So either you're walking and pulling your own shield.
I'm walking and pulling it.
Right up, Daddy. Right up.
Maximus, what are you doing
I'm going
during
to the
this?
blacksmith.
Okay. So Maximus, Smoke, and Ponto are going to the blacksmith.
Yeti's pulling the shield.
And Yeti are going to Maw at the.
No, I'm gonna use a stealth check to like divert around through an alleyway.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to try and lose.
I had
try and lose him.
this was not planned, but this is way better.
You're gonna try and lose the senior citizen.
Yes.
So Quincy's there with his shield that he has no strength to pull.
That's a fucking job, not mine. Stealth check. Oh, net 20!
I mean, you knew he was going to there. Maybe he sped up. He kind of dipped
You
between
didn't
a
know where
couple
I
of.
was going. I didn't follow you. No, you didn't know where I was going.
Well, that's the whole reason why he
said
went
you
with
were
you.
gonna go see Mom.
And that's why he was like,
I
I'll
didn't
go
say
too.
That is what you
I
said.
said to the DM that I'm gonna go see Mom. I didn't say that.
He was
Sure.
talking about going hunting.
He didn't use his accent, so I'd say that's it to the DM.
We'll have to go back and listen to it.
Oh my god.
Roll back the tape.
There's no rewind here.
Then why are you trying to stealth if you didn't say it?
No replay for the refs.
So Quincy kind of gets lost halfway through.
Where the fuck that asshole go?
You at least know where you're going. You know that the
It's only a 23.
I'm gonna go to Moss then.
yeah. You'll go to the
no.
three failing.
But I'm doing it like the long, circuitous way, so you're there before
You're like
I am.
why weaving through buildings
Yeah.
as like the rest of them. You're all going kind of north and then rolling around Three Flag sailing and then straight onto the other
So
side
I'm
of the
trying to
town.
pull the sled up the
Yeah.
stairs, and I see Yeti coming.
No, I'm like,
Yeah, you're looking back sneaky.
I'm rolling through the
Looking back
snow.
sneaky.
He rolled a nat 20 for his stealth. We'll give him this.
Turned into a snow leopard. He's on top of the building.
Yeah.
It's just-
It's like tuk, 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 tuk.
Right up on my shit. While
No, I never agreed to this.
The rest of you are all walking as like Quincy starts to hurriedly off as you see like Yeti just duck in there, and you're like, and Quincy was like pulling the sled and turns back, and suddenly Yeti's gone. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to Mars now," and proceeds there as you all kind of get to the corner. Quincy is walking up. Do you want to say see you later?
Yeah, we're off.
Okay.
I thought we had already left for the blacksmith, and then these guys did their thing.
But you're all going the same direction.
Oh, what are you
technically.
doing today?
I'm going to the blacksmith with Ponto.
Quincy, if you want to come, I'll pull you in the sled to the blacksmith.
Where you going?
It's nice and warm there. It's like the beach.
So Quincy goes up, knocks on the door as Ma's already there. It's like, "Oh, you're here already."
Look, check it out.
And she's like, "Yep, couldn't miss that difference in a mile."
What do you think?
This is all for her.
Well, I'm not going to say it's worse. Could always be better. It's always to aim farther down the road. And you kind of see this gulp. And like, she's like, "Oh Lord, this man just won't stop." She like opens the door. She's like, "Come on in. I'll fix you up with a mead this morning. It's only a silver for you guys, so don't worry about it." And she kind of pours one down and plunks a glass down as you're walking in. The rest of the group,
What, 9 a.m. He started drinking.
apparently,
Oh, Maximus will pay for this. We're on his tap.
she already just handed you one. Just hopefully, and she put it at like the farthest table from where she's working, like the absolute farthest.
Is there a little umbrella in it?
There is an umbrella. She is at
It's
least.
also got sleeping pills in it.
Oh, she's thinking of me.
It's a good berry cocktail.
Yeah. So your drink's sitting over in the corner as she walks back. She's like, I've got to set up, Quincy, so you just got to give me some time. Just sit there and enjoy the peace and quiet like I am.
Help. She needs his help.
I'm all right, thank you. I've
I
the
got
chef's.
special talents, my dear.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Thank you again for the offer, but no, thank you.
Does she throw up a little in her mouth?
Yeah, just a little.
So do I.
Art it.
As you guys turn the corner and continue down for Ponto, Smoke, and Maximus, you get to the blacksmith and what was his name?
Donald Boulder Dog.
Boulder Don. That's right. I was
Don
like
Jr.,
Boulder.
Don Sr.
Old duck.
And you hear the ringing of the hammer as he obviously starts his day very early. The smoke is billowing out from the top. And as you open the door, Smoke, you are greeted with the warmest of welcomes. As this it's you, and you like walk in and you're like, it's finally warm. I've been cold for so long.
I might
Yeah.
stay here forever.
Donald turns around and is like, oh, Ponto, you're back. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good morning.
A little late, but better than ever. Probably a little bit of a rough morning for you.
Yeah, we may have worked a little bit too late last night to be able to get a good start today, but once I warm up, I think I'll be okay.
Sounds about right.
And I brought a helper that's probably going to be able to withstand the heat a little bit more, so he's going to help move some stuff around.
Oh, good. He's going to hold the pieces as you work the hammer.
Yeah,
That is me.
Good stuff. And I haven't met you. You're I'm Donald.
I'm the front man for the band. My name's Max. Maximus Overtone.
Oh, that you were the guys making all the commotion down at Ma's place.
That's right.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm just here to do some shopping. I was hoping maybe you had something in the way of a buckler or a small shield.
Sure. Yeah, I can sell you a shield. That's no problem. It's just a smaller one.
Yeah, a little small shield. Something that I can hold in one hand and kind of operate with agility.
All right. Yeah. Is this something you're wanting, like, made for you specially, or did you just want to look at the wall and see?
Yeah, I'll take a gander at what.
All right. Yeah, it's just over there on the right hand side. If you made one of those yesterday, didn't you, Ponto?
Well, I didn't make the whole thing. I finished it up.
Oh, really? A Ponto original?
It's that one. That one's the one I finished up.
I'll go and have a look at that one.
Okay.
Might be a little small for you.
It's about what you're looking for.
Perfect.
It's a buckler. It's about the right size. Not too heavy. At least it's well constructed.
Awesome. Well, what do you want for this shield?
Well,
I mean, a Ponto original it's got to be
Half price.
well,
half price. Have you?
Maximus is. That's the way he would
He's
say.
like, well, considering we had to pay for the materials to get here, the cost of the forge, 30 gold sound all right?
how much of the 30 gold goes to Ponto? Because he was the one who helped in the construction.
I mean, it just goes to his job is what he's doing and trying to make some pieces so he can purchase some other stuff here.
I'll buy it for 30 gold. That's Ponto.
All right, sounds
original.
great.
Yeah.
Perfect. You can, if you want to take it out back and use the tools, you can add your name into it if you want.
I'm not there.
It doesn't already have his name in it?
No.
All right.
I'm just doing a whole bunch of work. to make my stuff cheaper.
That's fine.
I was taking no credit for anything.
I know.
No
I
commission
just
for
know.
anything.
I know that it was made by Ponto. That's fine enough.
All right.
That's good enough for me.
I think you should probably work on the fact that you just paid 3 times the price for a shield. Then
But it's an Icewind Dale shield. Like this is
You got to think you're buying.
this
You're
is
buying
an item
something
from
in-
Targos.
it's like,
right?
oh,
this is a
You're going to want to buy
piece.
ice in the middle of the desert. It's going to be the most expensive place to buy ice.
like shopping
Ice
for
here.
groceries and none of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. An apple costs $4,
Okay.
where an
Buy it.
apple here in the Okanagan, if you're smart, comes for free off the tree.
Okay, I'll pay him in gold.
Perfect. That's the only currency you would take.
Okay, good.
Pay him in good wishes.
Before I
Not
get
it.
started helping out Ponto, can I go to Donald and with the moose knuckles and say, is there any way you could help fix this up and paint it white? I'm just not very good at it. I'm sure you paint your equipment and stuff.
Kind of looks at it. He's like, did you try and paint this?
Yeah, a little bit, yes. I'm not too good. I'm more for hitting things.
Yeah, I mean, he's like maybe about 4 inches shorter than you, Smoke. Like, he's a pretty big guy. And he's like, I can paint that for 5 gold, no problem.
I pay him 5 gold.
Sure. He grabs a piece. He's like, do you have paint, or do I need to provide the paint as well?
Oh, if you have, I have this old paint, but I think it's kind of crappy, and I show him the paint.
He's like, I don't know what that is, but that's not paint.
Oh. Ugh.
That's a bucket of cheese.
That's on Quincy's face.
And you painted me with that.
Yeah. And it was flake.
Oh, you know what? That was so worth it now. It's still flaking off you, Quincy.
It's all gone. He pressed it to his head. However, it's not all gone from there.
Just hold up a blue light to Quincy.
So he'll take the moose and hand it off to his associate. And he's like, just get some of the white paint we have out back and see what you can scrape off before you add more.
The jizz remover.
Just maybe dip it in some of the oil we use for quenching some of the blades, and maybe some of that'll come off.
And then I'll get to work helping Ponto.
Yeah, maybe some will come off.
Put up them.
Ponto, we will expedite your day. Give me 3 tinkering checks and 2 D100s.
Ooh, shit.
Do I get any help?
You can roll 3 strength checks at advantage.
Can I go athletics?
Sure. You're holding things real good.
3 at advantage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, your sheer size enables you to grip the tongs and move stuff better. So Ponto can efficiently move the metal as it's heating up. What are you doing while they start to get to work, Maximus?
Well, I was shopping.
I know, but they like literally started work
Okay.
after you finish
Yeah,
shopping.
you can go ahead and work.
Are you going to stay in there and
All
just
he's
like
doing is not
post
working.
up?
Yeah, I'm
You're like in the other corner and you're just like,
Well,
Wow,
I'm interested in what he's doing. I'll watch, but there's no way I'm helping.
no, obviously not.
But
Your
I'm
hand
interested.
would never
No.
get this dirty.
No, it would not happen.
I got my rolls.
Okay, what are your rolls, Smoke?
I rolled a 17, and then a natural 20 for 23, and then a 19.
And a 19, a 17, a 19, and a natural 20.
I got an 11 and a 12.
Did you roll them at advantage?
No.
Okay, roll them at advantage. Sorry. And remember, you're using your tools, so you get to double your proficiency, I believe, because you're using the blacksmith's end.
Yeah. Okay, so 23, 24 for the first roll then.
Okay.
Let's go for the second. That's 18. That's horrible. Rolled a 1 and a 3.
Eee.
For 13.
And you rolled 2 D100s.
96.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, magical.
20.
That seems fitting. The first 60% of your day, you are very productive. You are making pieces, you are fixing pieces. The latter half of the day, the exhaustion takes you and you just start to slow down as you're just panting and heaving, as like you keep hitting with your arm and hitting, and you're like, oh my gosh, this has to stop soon. And Donald's kind of like seeing you as like, Ponto, seems like you need another break. I'll just take 5 and kind of like rest up.
I'm like two-handing the hammer, like, no, I could do it.
And he kind of just like grabs the top of the hammer. He's like, really, take a break.
Oh, all right.
I'll go over to Ponto and I'll have like a water bottle with a little tube on the top of it, and I'll squirt it in his mouth. And then I'll go around the back of his shoulders and I'll give him a little massage. Be like, you got this, Ponto.
Just let me back in there. Just let me back in there. I can do it. I can do it.
You inspire him.
Give him Bart.
Okay. During this time,
Not totally useless.
Yeti, you lost Quincy, or so you thought.
Yes.
As you walk in the bar, about
Like tap
20
on
minutes.
the door real quiet, like, and I walk in.
I'm across the bar.
And
It opens like this, and
He's
you
like dagger eyes.
and you just see the
funny
door
eyebrows.
close, and you turn, and you're like,
And I say to
"Ah,
Mom, I say
Jesus!"
to Ma, I fucking skirted away from that fucking Quincy loser.
And
I need
Ma's
your help.
like, "He's right there."
Oh,
And you're like,
Oh,
and you're like,
hey,
"Whoa, hey,
I was looking for you
Yeah.
everywhere.
Deception roll.
You don't need to roll. You know he's full of shit." Ma says, it's like, from the people I talked to that would give me a bit of information. They said when you left the town, if you headed south and then west, he's like, over the hill, he said you might be able to find some more stuff there.
Perfect.
It's like, don't go towards Bryn Shander, go the other way and
Okay,
head that way.
I will see what I can find. I should be back in 4 hours, and then you'll know if I have anything good for you.
All right.
Keep the lake on your left.
Oh, sorry. Cheers. Bye. Good to see you, Quincy, buddy. Bestie. Good friend of mine. I'm out the door.
You can have a reaction to cast something if you want.
What?
Warcaster.
If you're trying to ditch fast enough, like Quincy can cast. If you're trying to, you don't know that.
No,
Okay, all right.
I'll remember this.
Worst problem.
Yeah.
So you head out of town south. You head opposite of Bryn Shander, which is west, kind of towards Bremen a little bit, and you see the hills kind of maybe an hour or 2 hour in. You post up, and you kind of just like sit and kind of find a hollow just to kind of feel the land as you're kind of like checking things as things are moving. Make a perception check. Quincy, can you roll me 2d20s?
Why?
We're gonna see what the weather looks
my weather
Yeah.
over for the
Yeah.
day? Oh, I see whatever it is. Oh, yeah.
A 12 and a 3.
Oh, I'm going to die.
It's not great outside. The visibility is a bit poor, actually.
Perception is 4.
nevertheless, must be your acclimatization to this area to be able to see things moving through the snow as it's falling. And as you go through, you kind of like post up as you see kind of bits of snow, as you kind of see off in the distance a small herd of elk, actually.
I will use wild shape and dire wolf.
Okay.
Chase them.
Okay,
Turn
make
into an elk. Walk up right
They
in the
charge
middle
you.
of them.
They kill you out in the bush by yourself.
20 foot tall,
Whereas
40 foot long.
If Quincy was there with you, you would have
Oh,
died
yeah.
by yourself.
He would have pew pew with a
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
sliver and another
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
sliver and
yeah,
another
yeah,
mind
yeah.
sliver.
Yeah.
That's him. That's not me.
Quincy, he's the one that
so
wanted to be there.
make a survival check,
With advantage, probably.
probably with
Oh, I like
advantage.
with advantage.
Wow, you
You're
talked your
hunting.
way into
Oh, I
that
rolled
one.
sixes. Both sixes.
See, it doesn't help anyways.
Well, that's total.
The first couple hours of chasing them, they seem to know how to lose you over the hills and gain distance as they kind of escape your hunt, so to
You
speak.
should have brought me to chase you, though, Yeti.
You're busy. Oh,
Power
shit. You're in for a deep tonight, eh?
I'm pretty sure this was mine. I left it in there.
Yeah.
Throw some vodka in there. He's Russian favorite.
It's counteracting proposals. Power rating vodka.
Strong like ox, smart like Drakta.
Use them both then.
No, I used one. One napkin.
Couple hours goes by, and as you kind of like are exhausted, you kind of go back up to the top of the hill to kind of like see where you ran as you've headed west. And you're definitely out in the middle of the wilds of this place. The wind is howling, it's cold. You kind of start trotting back. As you're moving back in, you can see something kind of weird moving through the snow. You're still in your wolf. No, you're not in your wolf form. You're in Yeti form. Your wild shape only lasts an hour.
My level? Yeah,
An hour. So you're definitely in humanoid form. So as you're walking back towards Targos, you see something kind of moving in the snow. It's kind of just poking up its head, and you can just kind of see it popping in and out of the snow as it's kind of like, you can see like tracks moving through.
I assume it's Quincy.
That's fireball.
What do you do?
Just heading back. I probably wouldn't. Well, I guess Yeti would be always on.
The wind
guard.
is coming towards you. Make a perception check. Not at advantage.
Regular advantage is 20. 23.
You definitely can smell something gamey up ahead. Something not.
Bucket of white paint.
Back in Knowles.
I'll use my last wild shape and try and hunt this thing.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your survival.
Regular advantage?
Just regular.
Okay.
You had advantage because the wind was going the other way for you, but
14.
You get about halfway as you realize that whoever the hunter was talking about was definitely leading you in the right way. Wherever these game trails are moving through the wooded not wooded, but hilly areas, they obviously use these low points to keep vision off of them, and you discover like a couple of boars that are like moving through the snow as they have become used to this colder temperature. It's not something you would think to. Normally these guys would be in forests somewhere warmer, but for whatever reason they've become acclimatized. You managed to snag the smaller one, not a huge size, but at least you got something.
Yep, that's good. I'll take that back to town.
Yeah.
Happy
So
with that.
Now the werebore comes up.
no, it's maybe 30 pounds. It's not huge, but it's something.
Okay.
And you're kind of perplexed once you've done your kill and put it out of its misery. You say your few words and thank it for its life, as you are now going to use it to feed a bunch of people that have definitely not had probably meat like this in a while. It's definitely got like frosted tips. Like it's very strange how like this animal is not quite. Thank you. As the snow patches of its skin kind of like becomes more visible as you've taken it out of the snow, it's definitely somehow adapted to this new environment over the years it's been here. You find your way back to the Three Flags Sailing.
Yep.
Toss in the boar, and kind of Ma's shocked. She's like, really? I didn't think you were coming back. You've been gone for like 6 hours. Like,
it was a long fight. This was all I found.
Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than having Knucklehead Trout again.
It'll make a good feast.
But it's and she takes it. She's like, I really want to thank you, Yeti. I know you guys are doing way more than you think. I'll make sure to tell the speaker about you guys and the generosity you've shown us here.
It's nice to help people.
Quincy's still there. He's just kind of like, he's got a book out. He's kind of just flipping through things he would have done in Chalt.
It's the book that you were reading the other day.
Yes, it's upside down.
Yeah.
Do you know any families in need around here? Low on food?
I mean, if I know a few families. Why did you want me specifically to give some of the board to them, or?
No, I have a magic means of feeding people. I'd like to use my spells for the day to do such things.
Sure. If you, what are they called?
The spells?
No, like what are you producing? I've never seen this.
I'm producing a
magic
berry that provides food for a day.
All right.
It's a magic berry. It provides the sustenance they need to live.
Okay. All right. That's. She's like grabs a basket. She's like, would this be a big enough basket to put them all in? Like I can go and you can.
Sure. I'll just cast a spell a few times and give her. I don't remember how many first level spells I have. Spells. I will cast 30 berries for her, and this will feed 30 people.
You gave me one.
Don't eat it all at once.
So
I use all my first level spells for
sure.
her. I've used one on
Yeah.
us already. And so actually there's 35 because I didn't use 5 of the
Correct.
berries.
Which is why I provided a basket, because I wanted to see if you would remember 5.
Detective City, right?
No, not quite yet.
Hey, you guys got this.
You guys, she takes the basket and she thanks you. She's like, if you go to the Luskan Arms and ask for Nerith, he can distribute these to the families if you want. Or I can. Yeah, he stays at the Luskan Arms.
Okay, that's where I'm staying.
You haven't seen him? Really?
Nerith is the speaker. We knew that.
The speaker?
Yeah.
Mayor
Like
of
a-
the town.
Panasonic or? I don't understand.
He's
Okay.
he's a Yamaha.
Okay, I will bring the baskets to Darren.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As you leave, you see Quincy just kind of just like reading the book and kind of just like stares at you.
I'll be right back, Quincy.
Whatever.
My bestie. Cha-cha-cha.
Mind sliver.
You can do whatever you want at this point. We'll fade back to Ponto and Smoke and Maximus in the blacksmith. Ponto, you've kind of taken a break. You're definitely a bit more tired than you were yesterday. Probably just due to the fact of just working against the fire that's being produced and actually like working hard a couple days in a row instead of walking and then doing battles. And it's just different work, so to speak. It's not like you haven't done this before, but it's just
100% overdoing it. I am trying to do way too much.
He's working hard and I'm hardly working.
well, we all know you're hardly working all the time. Smoke is definitely doing his part by holding the pieces, moving metal, grabbing more metal, heating it up for you as you're swinging and defining what is being moved and shaped. Donald helps you out a little bit more throughout the second half of your day. Kind of pulls you aside. He's like, you've done quite a bit more than I would have expected. I know I was going to charge you 50 gold for the pieces, but I think 100 gold and we can call it a deal for it. You won't have to pay for the material, but we've kind of had enough.
If you give me one, you'd have to give me the whole thing.
I appreciate that. That's
Yeah, those are expensive.
that's amazing.
I appreciate the hard work you've done.
I could sit and eat it.
It's been a lot, but I've
2 hours.
really enjoyed it.
I love this.
It's good doing some work. And
I'll pat Ponto on the back and just, that is good work, Ponto. That's beautiful.
It's a good job.
I'll probably fall down.
Yeah, you're kind of like stumble forward and you're like, oh.
Into the forge.
Ronald helps you out and completes the piece with you. So you will have your chest plate and your other vambrace.
Is it kind of like in Ghost when they make the pottery, when he helps them?
No,
Yeah.
almost opposite.
That's what you think.
Okay.
It's a very majestic scene. You're holding the plate on the anvil, and I'm taking a swing, and then he's taking a swing, and we're both on the other side.
Yeah,
It's just it's harmonious. It's amazing.
Maximus, you should make a tune to this.
A tune?
Yeah, you hear the clink, 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 clink on the anvil.
Oh yeah, the beats. I get it. It's inspiring me.
Some klezmer. Some good junk music.
Yeah, maybe
Tom
we
Waits
can
or something.
incorporate this into tonight's performance.
Well, that'd be interesting. Can we move the anvil over to the Three Flag Sailing tonight?
Donald looks at you. She's just like, "You've been in the heat too long, there, cat." So you will have finished your 2 pieces of chest plate and back plate for plate armor and your other vambrace. So whatever
Looking
that
good,
does,
Ponto.
you can add to.
Plate?
It's plate armor, but it's only the chest piece and the other vambrace.
Is there an area by the blacksmith where I could do some practice with my new bow?
I mean, there's definitely a little bit of a range out back, just because he does sell some longbows.
Yeah.
But
I'll throw up clay discs.
You're not there.
Shoot the discs.
I just want to get a feel
Yeah,
for the longbow.
sure.
You know, like it's something
it
that
has
I think
a
I need some
resounding
practice.
thrum, as it's louder than normal, definitely, as like you can.
Are you actually proficient in a longbow?
No. No, I can use it, but I'm
Can
not
you?
proficient. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can use it,
Well, I mean, yeah.
but you don't get to add your modifiers to it. So
You're almost a bow singer instead of a blade singer.
You were a half elf, you'd be proficient. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take a few practice shots, getting a little bit more used to it. It's definitely a lot more work to pull the string all the way back, especially
different from my short bow. I mean,
a lot of strength is needed.
yeah, I mean, but you know, like I started playing guitar. Now I'm moving up. I'm playing bass.
Sure.
That's a step down, actually. Just, you're not there.
Curse gets set upon you.
You gotta watch who you're talking to here.
Do you play bass?
Yeah, I do.
No, you
I know you did, man.
You play guitar too, though, right? I'm sure you both do.
No.
Really? You only play bass?
Yeah.
That's odd.
So
I
you
like
finish-
bass anyway, just so you know. I'm a big fan of bass.
They're the best
Yeah,
people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now you're all about the bass.
Four
It's
strings.
okay.
I have a
Both
5
play
string.
5 strings, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fucking. Give up.
They're working their way to 6.
So you guys finish your day at the blacksmith. He says, "Thanks for your hard work. Anytime you're back in town and you need a few pieces made, you let me know. You can always borrow my shop."
I appreciate it. Do you? I'll start looking around and like I've been working a lot, but do you have any like arrows around?
Yeah, sure. Why do you need arrows?
Well,
I got lots of arrows.
I recently came across a bow, and I don't want to take all of your arrows.
Oh, I got lots of arrows.
Lots of arrows.
I mean, 20 arrows is like 1 gold.
You can't carry that many arrows.
You can't carry 20?
20 arrows? They weigh a pound or something?
Well, how many sets of 20 arrows do you want me to carry? I have all these tools and everything. Give me a break.
You don't have a bag of holding.
I'm not gonna be rifling around in the bag of holding for an arrow.
Okay, how many arrows do you need, Ponto? I got you covered. You need 10?
10 arrows.
I mean, I'll take 20.
I thought you couldn't carry 20.
He's like confused. He's like,
You didn't want to
are
pay
you
for
buying
20,
arrows
take
or are
20
you
and
just
give 'em.
taking arrows? I'm confused here.
I would like to buy arrows.
Oh, it's a gold. Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's fine. My arrows aren't good enough for you. You go ahead. Buy his arrows.
You have longbow
Is it
arrows. I
ledger
don't know
now,
how
too?
this works.
Yeah, short bow.
I
he's-
upgraded from a sling.
He's got a supplier who does the
They
back
should be
half.
different, but they're not.
No, I guess not really.
No.
They physically would be long.
Yeah,
much longer.
Yep, much longer.
Do
When
I
they
get to,
shoot-
The longbow should be a strength weapon.
do I get Moose Knuckles back, and how does he look?
Oh, we're gonna go back to 5? Yeah, let's do it.
You get it back. It definitely looks better. It's at least a
Comes with
smooth
longbow.
white paint over everything, but
Requires
the
13
clumps
strength,
where
and use plus
your
2
paint
is
was
15
kind of
strength.
shoddy, still noticeable.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's all white.
Yep.
So you finish up at the blacksmith.
So before we go leave the blacksmith, I'm like looking at the plate armor and I'm like, oh man, I've heard that this is a chore to work. So I pull out like my like regular blacksmith tools and the hammer, and I like stand over it and I touch it with the hammer and it starts to glow. And I just sort of like walk into it and I stand up and I have my full plate on and I'm just right, ready to go. No chore getting this on.
Yep.
Hey, Ponto, you want to try it out?
Max kind of just wilts.
No. Nope.
No?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Smoke's got that glaive.
No, he's got a great axe.
Yes, but he also
Yeah,
has.
I was given a glaive. Yeah. Or no, I didn't take it.
Yeah, you did.
You did take it.
Did
Trust
I?
me.
Okay, so I'll try selling it here.
You have a
You don't want to use a
glowing thing in
reach
your palm
weapon?
or in your chest right now?
He'll give you 15 gold
Okay.
for the glaive if you want it.
Yep, done.
Sure.
See, it would have been a waste if I would have just won that.
You see him put it on the wall and immediately like wipe the tag and put a 30 beside it.
Yeah,
And
he
just,
could have
like,
sold it for twice that if it was +1.
That would have been
Oh,
the
that's-
most dishonest thing to do.
I didn't say that.
That's
I-
fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way to the Three Flag Sailing, or where are you going?
Ching, ching, ching. I'm loud now.
Brown. Go down to the Three Flag Sailing. Get ready for our gig tonight.
Glory there. A half snapped. Mom's feed me meat. I think she wants to get me all liquored up. Have her way with me.
You wish.
During the time, Yeti, you've walked down to the Luskan Arms, and you've walked in and you see Owen standing there. He's like, "Oh, you're back already? Are you good for the day?"
I heard they made you the speaker.
Oh, I'm not the speaker. I just run this place.
Oh, where's the speaker? He stays here?
Yeah, he's normally here. He's in his room. Do you need to get a hold of him?
I do. Moss told me I could talk to him about helping out some of the people in need and stuff.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. If you go down to the end of the hall, there's a door at the end. That's his room.
Okay, thank you
Who's
very
he
much.
talking to right now?
He is talking to Owen
Oh,
at the present moment.
I thought Owen was the owner of the Luskin Arms.
He
Yeah,
is.
That's where we were. Okay.
That smoke. You guys went to the Three Flag Sailing. During this time, Yeti took the basket of good berries
Okay. Gotcha.
the Luskin Arms.
Yeah, so I'll go knock on the door. What?
Wow, that's super awkward for me. You knock on the door, and a human male answers. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, you're the speaker. Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm just. I just help run some errands for him. Do you need to speak to Nerith?
I would like to, please. I'd like to help the people of this town.
Sure, yeah, just give me a second. He's like, I'll just check if he's got a moment, and he shuts the door, and you kind of hear some muttering going on, and a secondary man shows up, and the first thing you notice is kind of his red horns coming off the top of his head as he is a tiefling, and he's like, I'm Nerith. You are?
Oh, I'm Yeti. I'm just a passerby.
Okay, what can I help you with, Yeti?
I have a basket here with 35 magic berries in it. And these berries will feed any person for an entire day.
How long do they last? Are they good
only for the day, for this one day.
Oh, all right.
I'd like to help the people in need in this town.
And as you can kind of like glance in behind him, you can see a cage of some reptiles being just kind of fed some mice and just some odds and ends. And you also notice at the end of this is this nice kind of like intricate fireplace that's heating this end area. This is definitely probably the nicest room in this, guys. And
way nicer than where we are.
Yeah, you can see a bookshelf in behind with volumes of books, and you can see some cheese and a bit of bread on top of it for snacks, and he's got like an office at the other end. He's pretty well set up, you would say. He's like, oh, that's great. I'll do that.
I could either help by bringing these to people if you like, or else I would happily just give them to you if you could send them to the right people.
Yeah, if and he just kind of like snaps. He's like, you over there, take these berries, go to the town hall, find the list in the top drawer, and distribute these to the families that are in need for today.
Thank you.
And
the basket is Ma's. Maybe you can get the basket back to Ma at the Three Flags.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's maybe not important. I don't know. I didn't ask her.
He didn't seem that interested in whatever the basket was.
Or you could leave the basket here. I can pick it up later. That's
sure.
fine.
Your basket delivery.
I'll bring the basket back to her tomorrow.
You can see that he's a little bit not disinterested, but like the vibe you get on him, he's definitely like slimy and a bit shady, but personable enough to like at least help other people in the town.
I'm sorry to bother you. I just didn't know who else to go to.
That's fine. It's part of the job. It's all right.
If I got more berries tomorrow, do I just go straight to town hall?
It's better that you come to me.
Okay.
I can distribute them a little more evenly and probably more effectively than you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Good day. I'm staying down the hall if you need me. Yeti, I am. Good day.
Good to know. Nerith. Nerith Maxil Dinar.
Maxil Dinar. Okay. No.
And he bids you a good day as he takes the basket and hands it off to this younger guy that's been in the office, kind of like feeding the little flying reptiles that are in a cage.
The good berries on the reptiles as they're closing the door.
No, they're not. These reptiles are just like growing exponentially.
You should ask them in the next oral days.
Just wait till we get to a certain town. You guys kind of winding through your day as it comes to the end of it. As sun is setting, you guys are gathered up at the Three Flag Sailing. You can definitely see there's a few more tables. It's a little busier in here. Apparently word has gotten out that Maximus is back on the stage again tonight.
Well, yeah, they missed out last night. I mean,
Oh, they heard about my kazoo work.
last week there was such a buzz, and they didn't know we were coming back. And now a week later, they get the opportunity to see Maximus and the miners. I mean, gee, twice in 2 weeks. Can you believe that?
Exactly. As you're all in the Three Flags Sailing, Ponto, do you want to roll a Constitution check to see how you're feeling?
Or do I?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That is 22.
You're definitely hurting more than you were yesterday. You're going to suffer a point of exhaustion from your work today.
Ooh.
Sorry, I rolled against your...
Versus, this is how bad the Anvil beat back.
It's how much the anvil didn't move, let's say, and your body did.
I was like, I don't need to use the bardic inspiration on that.
It's just withering away.
You guys find yourselves all at the table in the far corner that Quincy has assumed. Quincy, do you want to roll a Constitution check? You've been kind of day drinking for most of the day.
All right.
+5.
You mumbling about Ma?
He's okay.
He can hold his liquor.
Yeah. For an old guy, you're doing okay.
That man can day drink.
He invented day drinking.
Yeah, +5. So 17.
You are definitely like buzzed. You are like, if this continues, you might have the opposite of a smoke day in a bathroom. So you're holding your own, but like you're starting consuming alcohol at the pace, maybe the livelihood picking up, maybe drinking a little more aggressively than you would. You do with that information as you please. As you're all gathered together, Ma comes up. She's like, "Oh, Ponto, it's good to see you again. You're looking a little worse for wear than last I saw, but
I've been working hard a couple of days, but
Hey, Ponto, over here.
let's see.
and you're like, you're gonna use your left hand, and you're like, nope, right hand. Yep, hey, I'm right here. Good to see you.
But the armor is shiny.
Oh yeah,
It perfectly fits.
Yeah, it looks good.
Standing proud.
Looks like you got a six-pack now.
You built in the muscles on the armor?
George Clooney nipples.
yeah. Like you can see the pecs are cut out into it so that it sits proper on you. Since you're so jacked up now.
Should he roll for pecs to see if they straight or all over the place?
Doesn't move. It's plate armor.
Still.
He makes the motion. You don't know what happens.
Yeah. On the inside is one pack.
Yeah.
But
It's better for
noisy as
swinging.
hell when I flex.
Ma's like, filling up a little sooner than I thought. You guys mind taking a bit of a smaller table in the other corner instead of the big one here?
Well, yeah. Do you want us to start our show a little early and we can make some extra coin?
Yeah, I'll give you. If you keep up the performance, I'll give you an extra 5 on top.
Okay.
I mean, meals and everything's covered for your crew. I mean, Yeti by himself brought back a winter boar. I mean,
There you go.
you don't have it, but you can flex if you want.
Well, would you consider maybe just doing a percentage on the take of the profits from this evening?
I got to make a living. I've got to support my family, Maximus. I'll give you 30 gold for the night.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good, guys, right?
Tell me when to get up there, Maximus.
Don't worry about
Wow, you fucker.
As you guys kind of relocate to a different one of the other smaller tables at the opposite side of the bar, away from the stage. You guys, it's a little bit tighter. It's a little bit smaller. Normally
right
meant for
next to the
4
stage.
people. No, it's
It's
not. It's
good.
opposite side of the
Oh.
stage.
It's way better. I don't have to hear that fucker sing.
You're in a small bar.
Quincy, I've been looking for you all day. Where you been?
Mine's never.
You're gonna say a roll. Say it. Roll your save.
Yeah, roll your save.
That's an int save, isn't
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably great at that. Oh, I'll fucking beat you. You're so shit. You're so bad at that. No wonder I didn't bring
It's
you.
not a
in.
versus.
You're like, no, it doesn't need to be a versus.
What did you roll?
Better than whatever your DC is.
How do you know?
Because I need to have like -5 to not beat your DC.
-5.
Oh, it's -1. 17.
Okay, yeah, you made it.
Just
You
barely.
feel a bit of a.
No, I don't feel nothing. I shrug it completely off.
That sounds about right. You feel nothing.
I feel nothing.
You choke back the emotions you would normally have for your rugged exterior. So you move over to the back table as you guys kind of have a drink, kind of get ready for the evening. Ponto, I don't know if you're going to make it through this performance. You're kind of beat.
It's worse than that.
Ponto, do you want me to work the light show? You can teach me?
I
It's
think
just-
we might need a little bit more practice than just winging it now. If you
Don't worry, I got it.
Fireball.
I'm already seeing fireworks.
Yeah.
We're
Well, Ponto
practicing fireworks.
will ask everyone to get up into a line dance.
So Maximus, your cue has been called.
Okay, Smoke, you got to do your thing, Smoke.
All right, I'll get up there and I'll do this huge roar to get everyone's attention.
I'm hoping for a Kuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, and I'll look at everyone as they stop talking, and I'll say, I'll say, coming to the stage, so raise your mugs, stomp on the tables, give your beer some chugs, open your ears and tell the town criers, the greatest show on Faerun, Maximus and the Miners, and I'll do a huge roar and walk off, pointing to Maximus.
So as Smoke finishes his introductions,
I bring in the horns. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, 8. Bum, bum, bum.
and it's like a kid learning trumpet. It's like,
Bum,
and Maximus, you're walking up, and you're like, oh Lord, this is not starting right.
Oh, you're actually good at it.
Okay, well, I can't find the lyrics fast enough, so I'll go with what I have planned. Okay, so
I think you should do Eye of the Lion.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Maximus as it goes away,
okay.
and then I'm gonna sit back. You're like, oh, I'm so tired.
I'm just gonna tap on Ponto's band brace to see if it does anything while the show's on.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is there buttons or something? I don't know. I have no idea how it works.
You can't. You literally can't.
I'm just touching his band brace.
Okay, so I take the stage and I sing a song. Goes a little like this. It goes, well, I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see. I've got a fever of 103.
COVID.
Come on, baby. Do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded, hot-blooded.
And Quincy's winking at.
Oh, God. Poor mom.
Was that a request by Quincy?
Yes. And we don't get paid.
Like, definitely notices, unfortunately. I rolled for it and I'm like, oh crap, I rolled high. Shit. She's like, oh, unfortunate. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. He's like, not only are your caterpillars weirder, they're uniform in shape. Looks like
He calls them the twins.
Jason person made bricks out of your eyes and just stuck them on your forehead.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. You got some guidance?
Plus 3-4. An advantage.
17.
Ooh.
Still good for your first half of the night. You're gonna definitely get the crowd moving, and Ma's just pleased as punch because everybody's listening to the music. They're rocking out with you as you're playing up front. The set goes amazing. Not as good as last night. Maybe you didn't feel as inspired, or maybe it was just the heat and being warm all day instead of being, outside and cold, keeping your vocal cords cool and calm and less inflamed from just talking in the heat all day. Or maybe it was the smoke of the forge. You don't know.
But that pulled pork, though.
It comes out and it's like thinly shaved pieces of double smoked pork on top, pieces of bread that dipped in gravy, as with like roasted potatoes and a bit of veg on the side as they're pulling these.
I flicked the veg at Ponto while he's like trying to not sleep. Flick.
Every slice of it, I start tearing into strips like the bacon, and I start putting that in my bag.
It's more like great longer pieces of pork belly.
That's okay. I'll still take it.
Yeah. So you guys finish the first set. Are you going to go for a second song?
You want another one?
We'll go there because I know you're ready for Kuntana. You go up for your second set as the crowd starts chanting Maximus, Maximus, miners, miners. And Smoke, you get up on the stage again as before Maximus gets up.
I say, for all of you feeling down, we have a song for you to make you feel good. Maximus, take it away.
And then I'll point over at Smoke and be like, I think this is a song that that you really will enjoy. So it says, when I was a young warthog.
Ponto runs over into the kitchen and grabs
the head of the hog.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice. He found his aroma like a certain appeal. He could clear the savannah after every meal. I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned. Yeah.
This is just the Skippy version.
Okay, well, we'll skip down to the
Disney's pretty litigious. So
I know.
Probably enough. That's all
I
we
think
need.
that's as much as we can say.
Good job. Yeah.
We can hit the copyright wall. It's way too close to the original.
Well, I'll roll for it.
Did you cast guidance before you? No,
I was holding the head.
He's busy with the
Yeah.
He was assisting in other ways.
Yeah, I
Sure, you
assist
can-
too. I use the horn.
What did you roll for your?
Your guidance.
No, you have to roll for horniness.
What? That's 11.
It's not bad
I
horn.
got 12.
They're all above 10.
Yeah.
Does Quincy roll for horniness?
No,
That's it.
he's permanent 20 there.
That's dirty.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. That's what Quincy is. 30 20. Going on 60. The crowd gets along kind of after you sing it the first couple of times. Everybody's singing the chorus together.
We all know how.
As we all know it goes.
I don't know
Yeah.
how that
No,
goes.
we're not
They're
gonna
not
sing
doing it?
Yeah.
Come on, Jason.
I'm just waiting for someone to go, a wee,
There you go.
wee, one more way.
It's an entirely different song that we've already done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys finish up the night. Everybody is well into their fourth or fifth beer. Quincy, you can now roll your next Constitution check. Have you slowed down in drinking, or have you kept up the pace?
I kept up the pace.
Okay.
You're good at it.
18.
You're good at it anyway.
You are going to have some problems tomorrow morning. By the time you get to your bed, the room is spinning as you lay down, and you're like, oh.
Sit up right away.
Yeah, you're like, oh. You will not feel so good tonight. Ma comes over after your performances. Thanks. Quincy's kind of like head on the table, kind of like lightly sleeping, holding his glass. Ma comes over. He's like, again, you've outdone yourself. You said you needed a comment card done. I wanted to make sure I got it tonight. In case you
here
were
it is,
leaving tomorrow.
I don't know. Ponto, I think he's done his. Yeah, we're probably on our way tomorrow. So,
All right.
I hand over the comment card. She can see that on this comment, all the different other people, from all the other towns and all the good things they've had to say. And
Yeah, she sees that she was also the first person to comment.
that's right.
And then there was Turlemaine, and then Lonelywood, and then her again now. She writes her name down, and she writes a very enthusiastic review of how well the show went, the music, the way that you got the crowd going, the way that they were singing, everyone was having a good time. She actually pulls out a piece of paper and writes a few notes herself. She's like, actually, it's like, I need to send this to the speaker. Do you mind just writing your guys' name down here? Or are you guys actually called Maximus and the Miners?
Yeah, that's what we're called.
Okay, so she just quickly folds a note, grabs it, and kind of like gets one of the servant kids and just grabs it. It's like, just send this to Nerith at the Luskan Arms for me. That'd be great.
The kid is going to send it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ma just asked one of like the busboy just to run it out. And she pulls out a sack of gold and pays you your 30 gold for the evening.
Okay.
Says, appreciate it again, guys. Quincy, you gonna be all right there?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah. Hey, who bunks with him? Who drew that short straw?
That would be me.
Make sure he drinks some water. He's had a lot of mead today.
Have some snow on the way home.
You face wash him.
You just like lay on the field and open your mouth.
I got it covered.
Perfect. He's just had a lot. He's just doesn't seem his normal.
Charming self?
Ooh, that's a stretch of the word there. I was thinking of persuasive weirdo way. But yeah, sure, we'll go with charm.
Some would consider that charming.
That must be a small sum.
I won't argue with you on that.
Anyways, good to see you all. If you've got another performance in for you tomorrow, I mean, let me know in the morning, and
Yeah, I'll let you know.
we'll go from there.
Okay.
I'll pick. I'll pick up Quincy and put him on the sled, on the shield.
Quincy, you're now being placed upon the shield as you guys exit and thump, 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 thump down the stairs, and you kind of just hold it, and you're kind of like, oh, you kind of just like melt
Hold
into
there,
the puddle.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. As you kind of some of your senses come back to you, and you guys make your way down to the Luskan Arms, and you guys kind of pull up into the Luskan Arms. And at the bottom of the stairs is the speaker, as you know, Yeti. Nerith is kind of sitting down in the main chambers. Kind of seems like he's waiting. Maybe for
Hey,
you.
he's got 2 air horns.
The tiefling.
And Yeti's
I shake my head.
Nerith is like, he's like, great, we've got another comedian in the room. Awesome. Thank you.
He's drunk. I apologize.
Kind of looks over. He's like, oh, it's you guys. You guys are Maximus, I assume?
That's me. I'm Maximus.
None of minors.
Good to know.
Not that I'm that young.
We all
Not
know.
that young either.
But we are voting age.
Oh, he doesn't like him. Older.
Okay, good to know. Are you I had a group of people convene to go explore Kelvern's Cairn. It's the mountain kind of to the north in after the Dwarven Valley. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before.
We've seen it on the map.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting them back today, but they haven't showed.
We
What?
traveled from there yesterday. The weather was not great.
It was frightful.
That's up northways, right?
It is if you go north, but
Sort of.
most people either go up the one way or up the other and then meet into the middle. This group, they were the expedition was to the top of the mountain. The guy who went was quite well versed in
Did they
traveling
have,
there.
Did they have bobsleds or
They
dog
had
sleds
dog
or-
sleds, yes.
Yeah. Did you provide them with dog sleds?
No, it was his.
Well, we might be convinced. We're adventuring type. We might be convinced to go and search for them if you could provide us with some dog sleds. But other than that, I'm not really interested.
I would pay you for your time. It's about a 12-hour jaunt
Yes.
to get to the mountain straight from here.
Which is why we need some dog sleds to get there.
12 hours by foot.
Yeah, 12 hours by foot.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be.
You don't have to go straight from we're not doing it to give us dog sleds.
Ponto's our leader. He speaks for us.
Which is Ponto?
This guy. Next.
It's shining down with the big nipple.
Okay, Shiny.
Shining nipples.
The short guy with the pecs.
The one peck.
It is an impressive peck, though.
It's a pack. It's a pack of pack. He's like, so, I don't know what you guys are looking for.
What would they?
I've heard of your group. If you are Maximus and the Miners, some of the other towns have put in the requests to the council at Bryn Shander and said what you're doing here. So you are recognized for what you've done.
Who's on the Brashander Council?
Bryn
Brashander Council. Yeah, I want to know who's on the Brashander Council.
Same people as the Taldori Council.
One of them
Each-
just died.
Each head of the council is made up of the speaker of the 10 towns, plus a few others from Bryn Shander themselves.
All right.
What was the purpose of the mission to this Calvin's Cairn?
We had a group of adventurers come in that needed to get there. They hired this fellow to head up and show them how to get to the top.
What did this fellow look like?
Male, 40s, been doing this a long time.
I'll look over to Quincy, and I think they just want to slide down the hill like what we could do with Quincy.
Well, that would be cool. But I think we're gonna wait a day.
The only reason to go to the top.
So these people, they went up there to make money. They weren't there for something.
I don't know. The group asked to go to Calverin's cairn specifically. I took the request. I recommended this fellow, but
What's that Calvin's cairn?
it's a large mountain. The guy I asked, his name was Garrett. Been doing it for multiple years. Usually takes his own dog on the quest as well. But
What are they questing for?
don't know. Didn't ask. Didn't care.
So the only thing you're concerned about is Garrett, not the adventuring party.
Well,
Found. If they're separated.
it'd be nice to find Garrett. At least he'll know where the adventuring party, if they got separated, he'll know how to find them. He's kind of his expertise. He's a mountaineer by trade and a fairly good tracker, which is why I want to make sure he comes back to the village.
Is he human?
Yes. Yeah,
Are
he's-
there any monsters or creatures up that way that we would have to be worried about?
I mean, if you're heading out in the open, keep your eyes and wits about you. You'll never know what is out there. Advice: when you get to the valley, don't go in.
We go into the cairn.
Don't go into the Dwarven Valley before.
What was that?
Something's going on with the dwarves that live there. They've usually been peaceful enough, but I don't know.
So is there a
From
way
the
to
sources
get
I've had,
around it?
yeah, you can just go to the east or the west, and you can get around. It's
Okay.
not too much of a jaunt. The dwarves keep to themselves as long as you don't go in the valley. If you go in the valley, most people don't go out.
How much are you offering us to do this?
If you bring back Garrett alive, we'll give you 300 gold.
Why is it?
What if we don't find him? Nothing.
It means that much to you. That's a lot.
When you miss the person that tracks and finds things for a living in a town that's close enough to Bryn Shander to make its own meat set of standards, having a man of his talents and skills can be necessary, especially if somebody skips town or doesn't pay or screws around.
So he works for you.
He works for the town, as I work for the town.
If we did this, our name, you would mention it to the Bryn Shander Council.
It would go in the notebook. That's correct. I mean, they all know who you guys are already.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have done. That's why I'm waiting. That's like I've heard of what you did at Lonelywood and Tourmaline itself. Like,
Now, another important question is, where's my basket?
I brought it back.
Oh, you brought it to Mom?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. I was gonna bring it back. Well, that's fine. Okay.
What's
I
this
did
about
not-
the basket?
All I say was thank you.
I told the boy to go do it.
Now, would you be willing to buy shares in a project that I have
No.
been thinking about?
The answer is no.
It's a good
Do
answer.
you?
It's a good answer.
I'll give you till morning to let me know.
So it would be a couple of days. It would be a day there and a day back.
I thought it was
It would
12.
it would take you at least one day to get to the mountain.
At least, yeah. It's probably 3-day journey.
Yeah, 12 hours is going to be more than one day's travel.
Yeah. So say it's 3 days of travel.
It's at least a day and a half there and at least a day and a half back.
Sounds like an adventure.
They've been gone for 6 days, which is usually he's back in at least 4 days because they use a dog sled. And they're a little quick.
Well, there was an adventuring party that came through Targos about 6 days ago.
That was
the
probably
dwarves.
them. No.
That was 6 days ago. They left Targos to head
Yeah, that
north.
was. No, they were heading to Bryn Shander, and then from the. That
I
way they
watched
went-
them head north.
Oh, you must. That must have been Torga then. You
Yeah.
watched head north.
Yeah.
The other group went the other way.
If we bring back the bodies, can we keep the dog sleds?
Sleds themselves, the dogs will be dead. Well, maybe not, I guess.
We can have a conversation about that.
If they ate the
They
people.
could eat.
Yeah, that's right.
I think what my group of friends is trying to say is, yes, we would love to help you.
Yeah, I'm interested in helping. So the route that they
Well, not
took
so many
then would
words.
have been heading east first and then
They had to go to Bryn Shander to get some supplies, and then they were going to head north.
on the way back, which route would they have taken if they started?
They would have gone straight south past Dwarven Valley,
Okay.
and then
And they would have traveled to the east of the Dwarven Valley or west?
generally they would have taken the eastern side. If you're
Take out
heading
the
up-
map. I roll it out.
Just
I
draw.
go to him. Here, can you show us what you're talking about here on the map?
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness!
because
Because we
there's a chance they may be
Why-
partway back.
Yeah, why
already.
are we just
gotta
talking about
follow
all
the
this?
same route,
Just
right?
make your mark on the map, show us the plot, the course. I mean, we can lose a lake. We better just write this down so we can.
No, we're good with the navigation and stuff. Remember?
Smoke isn't direct. It's gonna be fine.
So what happens if we had?
Hey, look, it's a tiny map.
Hey, a tiny map.
Nice. What happens if we head to Calvin's Cairn?
So you guys
We
are
don't see anything.
here at Targos, and if they headed to Bryn Shander, and then they headed straight up to Calvin's Cairn.
Oh,
Has it
yes.
snowed in the last 6 days?
Yes,
Are
snows
you
every
able to
fucking day.
communicate with Bryn Shander and make sure they got there? Like, you
I
that
know,
they've
I know they've been to Bryn Shander, and I know they headed north from there.
been- Okay.
Well, on the way there, not on the way back.
Wouldn't it be better to take one of the roads instead of going straight up the middle here? Like
The
go take
fastest
the
way is
roads
to go
out.
straight up the middle. If you go through the pass,
But we don't want to go up the
it's
Dwarven
about
Valley, right?
it's about 20 hours if you take the path all the way to Caer Coneg, and then it's about a 4-hour jaunt,
Hmm.
and you'd be there. It'd be
So-
safe, but
We want to go. We want to take the route that they would have taken back, assuming
they would have gone straight south back
Through the Dwarven Valley,
to the
Around
side.
the
We know
right?
he's done this enough to know his way
Right.
around.
So you can still head south without going through the Dwarven Valley.
Correct.
Okay.
So if we head to Calvin's Cairn and see no signs of anything, what would you have us do?
If you can find bodies, that would be appreciated. There should be a camp at the base
Okay, so
that
we
is
would
always there. It's not big. It's usually a couple tents that are kind of hiding in the snow.
Mhm.
Are there people that stay there that we can
No.
talk to? No. But if there's any signs of a recent camp that's a few days old, it has to have been them probably.
Yeah, they should be. They're either coming back or something's gone wrong.
Is there a particular item at this camp that you're aware of that we could locate?
Can you magically track objects?
It might be possible.
All right, I'm in.
He doesn't believe you.
He doesn't believe that I know what I'm talking about.
Do
Come
you have any
on.
articles of Garrett's clothing we could have?
I'd have to talk to his husband, but I could
Okay.
figure that out.
Just something with his scent on it.
Or a hairbrush, maybe a toothbrush.
Okay. If you find,
They've been invented yet.
just gonna say, the sack that you poured his meal into, that's what it is. He points out the house. If you want to talk to Keegan, that's his husband.
Okay.
He can give you some details, and if you need some clothing, I'm sure there's.
Perfect.
But it's a bit urgent, so.
Well, definitely want to convey to Keegan that we're taking this job on, and maybe he's got some other information he can give us.
I mean, all of the information I've given to you is from Keegan himself.
Okay.
Is 300 enough for this? I don't know what your guys' rate is for.
I don't know. Maximus, what do you think?
The only thing is, if we go there and put all this effort in and don't
Come back
find
without
them,
Garrett, we still
we
want to
get
get paid.
We get nothing, or
It's a good start. Maybe when we come home, another 300.
Up front
Sure,
to start the job.
that's good enough. That'll keep us busy for a few days, for sure. That's a good deal.
Do you guys
How much does a dog sled cost?
more than 100 gold?
Yeah, we worked it out. It was like,
Crazy.
yeah,
It's
it was
like 30 gold per dog. There's 6 dogs, and each dog eats 2 to 4 gold worth of meat a day.
Mhm.
Yeah, one good berry a day.
You got to be rolling in dough.
Yeah. A good berry a day. There'll be streaks everywhere.
Who
Have dog
have dog
sleds,
sleds might have lots of heavy coin purses.
or at least a good way of hunting and tracking meat, so we can supplement some of the food cost. So,
Okay.
Well,
what say you guys?
we won't leave till tomorrow morning. We got to have our beauty sleep.
Yeah, he needs he's been working hard. He needs a rest. We'd have to leave in the morning.
Quincy, you kind of like head bob.
Yeah, and this guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah, just go to sleep, old man. And I just pat him on my shoulder.
He pukes on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Do you think that someone like Keegan would want to join us on our quest to find Garrett?
As bad as what he put on my face last night.
So happy that went that way.
So hard.
Keegan's not really much of the adventurer type. That's why he married Garrett. He's a bit of a sculptor, and he makes some trinkets and stuff. He used to be in Lonelywood till he moved here with Garrett. So,
Okay.
anyways,
Well, I think,
I will
talk to him.
talk to you in the morning.
Yes. Well, we're gonna do it. So if we don't see you,
Good.
we're off.
Okay.
Early start.
I will see you in the morning.
Perfect. Keegan will be up at this point, right? We just talked to him.
I'll make sure he's here in the morning for you.
Oh, he'll meet us in the morning. Okay.
He won't be here.
Okay. Perfect. Tell him to bring an article of clothing of Garrett.
Anything specific? Pants,
Something
shirt.
with his scent on it. Doesn't matter.
How about a coin purse?
Something in the armpit or the groin. It's got the best smell.
Pair of pants is good.
Yep. He's gonna bring his best brown pants. You guys go to sleep again. Quincy, it's a bit of a rough night. Kind of room spinning.
I've got a jug of water, kind of feeding him every time he lifts his head.
You want to make a persuasion check to see how much water you can persuade Quincy to drink.
Strength check. Hold his throat down.
I'll just drown him.
I don't know about you.
Use your persuasion stick to.
Can I intimidate him?
Sure, you can intimidate him, a drunk person.
I think I would just drink water.
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, here's a daiquiri.
Oh, straight from Sean.
I'll put a little one of the little umbrellas in the wineskin.
Where
Or
did you get
the water skin? Sorry.
Where did you get the umbrella from?
Well, he had it in his last drink. I don't know. I'm assuming he's
Well,
keeping
that
all.
comes back
Oh yeah.
to Ma every time.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, he doesn't let that go.
I'll just tell him here's a fruity
He
drink
just
from.
kind of cuts the end off and puts a new stick inside.
I thought it was yellow.
I'll just tell him this is a chalt cocktail.
Oh,
Don't tell.
You have a couple of glasses of water that will definitely help you ease through the evening as you guys all find rest for the second night in Targos. You find sleep. Ponto, you can't believe that you've worked this hard in the past 2 days. You're like, I'm so happy to not swing a hammer tomorrow. My arm is going to be so sore for the next 2 days.
you could fight Quincy for the sled.
Or he might just like take a spot up on the sled with Quincy.
That's fine.
You guys wake up in the morning. You hear a knock on the door. It says, you hear Nerith on the other side. It's like, Keegan's here already. Wake up.
Okay, let's do this.
And he wakes up. He knocks on all three of your doors, walks downstairs, and you can see there is a plate of food downstairs, and he is eating breakfast. You can see some of that pork that has been caught from the wild boar made its way here.
Oh, you brought us breakfast. Thank you very much.
Pocket bacon.
When he's eating it, he's like, it's like, that's fine.
Poncho's putting it in the bag of holding.
And as he takes the plate off of the table and like starts eating it, he's like, I guess you guys probably want some food as well.
That's
He
very
kind of
observant.
sits down and is like, you can have mine, that's fine.
I just eat it all.
You go ahead.
Smoke eats it all.
He's like, that's fine, and he kind of just like waves his hand and the boy runs down and comes back with another plate of the same amount of food. And he just starts eating that. He's like, so, Keegan's here. He dropped off a pair of pants for you, Yeti.
Perfect.
And did you
Just
need
put
any
'em
other
on.
questions?
Is there
Just
anything-
put them on.
That'd be so funny. Just start putting them on.
What's your husband look like?
He's about a little bit taller than, he points at Maximus, and kind of square jaw, a little gray in his beard and in the sides of his hair, brown hair, brown eyes, human.
Mhm.
Usually he has his dog with him at all times.
What's the dog called?
The dog's name.
Just give me a second and I'll let you know.
What
The dog's name is Boy.
What's
All
his
right.
mom? What's his mom's name?
boy? Is he a good boy?
He is a good boy.
Is he a schnauzer?
No.
There's a good
He is he's about the size, he's a little bit the size, bigger than the size of a wolf. Kind of looks like husky like. Two
Okay.
different colored eyes.
Okay.
Pretty easy to tell.
Has your husband spoken of any creatures or monsters that he's seen in that area in the past?
I mean, there's always tales of stuff you see there. It's a mountain in the middle of
Are there any
nowhere.
goats there?
Oh.
He has
mountain.
talked about goats there before.
Smokes out the door.
Yeah,
My tail stiffens.
and wags.
It wags.
White on the tip and it stiffens.
It smacks Quincy in the face. It stiffens.
I don't know. I hear you guys are gonna help the town find Garrett for
We
me.
will try. Anything else you could tell us that you think is helpful?
Well, I know the group that he was running with, they seemed pretty capable, like yourselves. But there's a woman, two men, and a big tall guy like you.
Like another Goliath?
Sure, whatever you want to call yourself. Yeah.
My people are the Goliath people.
Okay. He was just as big as you. Kind of looked like you as well.
Same skin color?
A little bit darker skin, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he was from here.
Interesting. Do you know his name? They're not a lot of my people.
You might know him.
I might know him. I'm allowed to say that. He's my people.
We can't.
Can't remember all of their names. He didn't really talk about what he was doing. You just know that he was heading there.
Has he ever been delayed like this before?
No, it's usually only 4 days, and it's now been 7 since I've seen him. So
I'm gonna ask him kind of like, why is he climbing to the top of the mountain? There's got to be a better reason to go there.
I don't know. All I know is the adventure is paid in gold. Garrett's expensive. He's the best at what he does, and
You better hope we're better.
usually he's by himself when he's tracking.
Keep
But
the
when
link
he's
on the
with-
left. I got it.
Yes. Indeed.
So
we will do what we can to find your husband.
it's appreciated, and he's like kind of holding back his tears a little bit, and he's
Never failed
really
before.
nervous.
We've never failed anything before, my friend. Know that we will do everything in our power.
All right.
Everyone else has a grin on their face.
I'm holding it back right now. Keegan nods and kind of thanks you all individually and looks at Nerith. He's like, I'm going to go back home, and I've got a few things to do today. And Nerith kind of nods and says, thank you, Keegan.
Thank you, sir.
And Nerith looks at you as got your work cut out for you.
We will talk to you soon.
Make sure to head north. Make sure to stay.
He drew us the path.
Yeah, he
right?
went
That
go
he
this way,
recommended
right?
we take.
Yeah, I mean, Keegan knows the path he normally takes, and he normally stays east of the Dwarven Valley and just heads straight north. Sometimes, usually the path, so he heads straight north and then east of the valley, and then continuing north to go up, because the Dwarven Valley is kind of like Karen is here and Dwarven Valley is there. I can show you on.
As long as we have a map that has a line drawn on it, we're good to go.
But with Bryn Shander is on the way. We're going to make a stop in Bryn Shander.
No, because it's south, Bryn Shander.
We're in Targos.
These people could be freezing.
Follow the road
As we
this
start,
way, and then
no,
we're
we
going
gotta
up
go
here.
as we start game planning,
We gotta go this way.
Ponto's going to remind you guys that when we were in Lonelywood,
Yes.
we headed north and went east, and north and east, and north and east, until we found a place that had a mirror of scrying.
Mhm.
And now we know who we're looking for.
So you
if
want to
we're
go
heading-
back to the mirror.
If we're heading northeast to Calvin's Cairn anyways, why not see if we can figure out where it is?
That was in the forest, though. We weren't
Correct.
that far north.
Yeah, we were in here.
That's even better, because I thought we were way the hell out there.
No,
We got
That's why I
lost
brought
for
them
like
out.
3 days.
Mhm.
you got
In the
lost in the
forest.
freaking woods for 3
For
days.
one day.
Yeah, in this little woods. We
One
went around in a
day.
circle.
It's like 5 trees.
Yeah.
That's what they're
We could do that.
I'm just saying, if we're in Targos and we have to go to here, we're going past Bryn Shander, and then we're going on the east side of the Dwarven Valley. That's this side.
Or you could
We gotta just
take you could take the road to almost Tourmaline and then break off.
Yeah,
I think we gotta
that's
take
the west
whatever-
side.
I know, but you could cross.
No, we can go past.
Before the
We gotta
road.
take the route he would have taken.
Straight shot through the Dwarven Valley.
We don't know that he's at Calvin's Cairn. He may have come 2/3 of the way back already. We got to
true.
take his route, whatever his route is.
Whatever his route back is.
Yeah, whatever his route back is, which is what
Yeah,
they've shown on the map for us,
That's a
right?
good point. We want to.
The map, what's drawn, you
Yeah.
want to just draw it on here as
I
far
have
as
no idea how to do that.
We might find clues or something along the way.
This, if you watch my finger, just
Are you in
just this, and then over
roll 20?
that
You
way.
can do it
Yeah.
with roll 20.
Basically
You can
that,
draw it.
right?
I have no idea how to do it in roll.
Oh, you go,
you go to this little
here.
finger
Paintbrush?
the paintbrush tool.
Paintbrush.
Paintbrush tool.
And then so their tracks would have been something like that, and then straight up. like that.
Okay. Okay. But that was on their way there. And on the way back, they would take the same route?
No, they would have taken more of a direct route. They would have gone to the east side of the valley still and then cut north towards Targos, meeting up with the road eventually because it's just more efficient. But
Or like that green line.
So the green line.
yeah, that's probably the way they're going to come back, probably. But Keegan doesn't know. He knows that the path that they took was straight from Bryn Shander north.
So we're not going to take the black line path. We're going to take the green line path.
I feel like that makes more sense, just in case they got stuck somewhere along the way.
Basically, we're
We're going
retracing
to Calvin's tits.
We're retracing our steps.
Why don't we go to Tourmaline first?
Back to Tourmaline.
Spend the night in Tourmaline and then head up.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of hours from Targos to Tourmaline, right?
Well, 4 hours.
4 hours.
It is 4 hours, if I remember right.
We would
It
only
took us
travel the
6
road
hours.
for like 2.5 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah, you know it's 12 hours pretty much straight there through the wilderness.
This is a time-sensitive thing. I don't
Yeah.
think we have time to go to Tourmaline because
But we know it's a 2-day travel. So don't you want to stop in Tourmaline for our first night and then go the rest of the way?
Well,
I
he's probably camping
You know,
on
if you
the
take-
trail.
Pretty much a day's travel from here, you can get about almost halfway through the Dwarven Valley.
I'll ask him. This guy camps along his trail, right?
Well, I do have a
We
tent.
definitely need to follow his trail. Probably camp in the woods or
I
in
think
the
so.
hills.
I got this new tent. We could actually have a good shelter in the.
Shotgun.
No, it's a big tent for everyone.
Oh.
It's like a 3-person tent.
Big tent for everyone.
So we'll draw straws. We're going to
Maximus.
draw straws to see who gets to stay in the tent, right?
Excellent.
All of us.
I guess that was,
A
Bought
tent
from-
for a party, like a
Nope.
pavilion tent.
Yeah.
so it's owned by the party. That's good to know.
And I paid how much
I'll
for
shake
it?
water and
Hanging
make
out with
anything.
Quincy as he like shapes water and
From the party funds.
And then we
That's
have the
way better than-
the create bonfire with the chimney in it and be like,
Yeah, that'll be way
enjoy
better.
your tent.
It's freaking cold and windy in here. But you could use part of the tent to actually like drape over the other side to actually collect the heat better inside the igloo. Because now then you would have like a secondary layer to create like an air barrier between the snow itself and you keep more of the heat in.
We'll do what he said.
D&D physics.
We're pretty much camping under the sand like they didn't do.
Yeah.
Just lay the tent over us and hope for the best.
So you guys know the path that you want to take. You guys want to leave right away, or do you have stuff to do in town?
Well, we got to go have
You guys were
breakfast
given-
because these guys won't fucking supply us breakfast. So.
No, he provided a bit of food for you if you asked for more.
I thought you were the berry guy. We'll just have some berries.
I'm not going to throw all my spells away. We're on a mission now.
If you guys need some food, I can get some more out of my room.
Just
It's fine.
some rations for the road we can eat on the road. Would be
He'll
great,
go out and he'll
just
provide
to save time.
5 rations worth of food.
Have we had a rest already?
You've had a long rest.
Just
Yes,
long rest in the morning.
it's the morning.
So these two
Is he
guys
still
are feeling
hungover?
okay now? He's hungover, but he's not exhausted anymore.
He is not hungover, just barely.
Oh, okay.
I rolled just high enough on the D20
Do I
for
have to
you.
roll again?
No, you're sore, but you kind of know what you're in
Not
for
exhausted.
Not
now.
exhausted.
Not exhausted.
Okay, let's go. Smoke, you take the back. I'll take the front.
Well, guys, before we go out on our journey,
Quincy
Yeah.
will be taking the berry back. He's behind me.
Mike, can I have some?
I might have to go after you, Yeti, because I'm towing Quincy and Ponto.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
before we head out on our journey, guys,
While we're walking.
on our journey, I just want to say that, we can't change the direction of the wind, But we can adjust our sails to always reach our company.
Ahoy, mate.
Yar!
I am inspired. I'll take those ones. The first time ever, I'll take hit points from you.
Use that. 5.
6.
Mhm.
6 temp hit points.
I'll take it because.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I rolled for weather.
Well, we don't get to
We
do
get
that.
to roll for. I'll roll you your weathers in a minute. I'll let you know what your weather is.
I rolled 2d20. Highest was 3.
Can you use my bardic inspiration on your?
Yeah, yeah. Do
That only
that.
lasts 10 minutes.
Bardic inspire Mother Nature.
My spell's back.
Okay.
Everybody ready to go?
We got our 10 hit points.
I'm putting those in there. 6, 10.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Hit the road.
We will start the journey to Calverin's Cairn in 3 weeks.
Oh, what?
10 o'clock. It's actually 10 to 10.
Yeah.
If we start now, we're going to go late.
It's a good break.
Even though a little bit.
Nope.
We can at least roll to see if we're screwed on the first.
Let's
leg
roll
of
the
it.
weather and let's.
No, I rolled weather.
Why don't we?
Just don't let him. What do you want inside for?
We could roll hit dice because we leveling up.
Yeah, we leveled up, right? From the last one.
Nope.
Please, I could use some more AC.
No.
Oh, going from 13 to 18 is so nice.
Nice.
I've never had a character with AC.
What are you talking about?
I want to.
Your barbarian always have AC.
No, barbarians don't need it. They're going to get hit anyway.
Based off of their con, though.
Unlimited hit points. I feel like your paladin in Blackhearts must have had.
Oh, yeah.
AC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Jason,
yeah.
you always go with. Jason always has the AC monsters or.
I was nice to him.
I asked for very little in campaigns.
Wow!
Spicy.
I want to know more about this.
Apparently, my armor class was 20 month.
Yeah, there you go.
Not shocked. 18 plus the
You're a
shield.
pally.
So
you must-
I asked for one thing. Every single one of your characters has at least a bump to their AC and a ridiculous weapon.
But in this game, I don't have a good weapon.
Well, when you cast your spell on my great hammer, I'll have a good, or great axe, I'll have a good weapon.
Does he still have a +1 great axe?
Yeah, you still have it.
You still got it.
How long does that last?
It's permanent until he takes it away.
And until I
Oh, I thought it
do.
expired at morning.
Got it.
Awesome.
That's the new officer.
Until I decide that I want another point of AC, and then
Yeah.
I'll get a +1 again.
That nice armor that you worked on for the last 3 days.
I want it to be a +1.
So, thank you
Curious how
all.
that would work. Rules is written. If you made it +1 and it fit to you, you're a halfling. Now it fits you. You're wearing it. Then you take it away and give it to an axe. What happens to it? Does it resize again, or is it just non-magical, but now it's halfling size?
I mean, he made that armor specifically for himself.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you find a piece of full plate mail, you make it,
Not a.
you cast a magic spell on it. Now it's +1, so it resizes. Now you're wearing it.
Mhm.
Now you cast it on your armor and to make your armor fit better, and yours is no longer magical. What happens? Does it
Couldn't you have
resize, or
just made like a really tiny version of your armor, and then you make it magical, and it sizes to you,
Yeah.
and it becomes bigger?
and see you save on
The material
resources.
cost, it would be like
Material-
it costs 10 gold.
And then it kills you when it reduces in size and you're wearing it.
That's the question. Now that you've taken it there, for sure it has to be. I'm not sure if there's anything written into the rules of how that works.
Well,
I
you
don't
have
think
to
it
tweet
resizes.
Jeremy
I don't-
Crawford.
Yeah, let's
I don't
say
think- Counts as magic armor in that regard. But
well, it is +1 magic armor. That's all it
Yeah,
says.
true.
So rules is written. It does work well. It's enhanced,
yeah.
I think, but I'm not sure what would happen afterwards.
So we're almost at 10,000 views.
Just for today.
Just for today. Yeah.
Well,
It's not even
that-
posted and we're at 10,000 views.
if we can get to the point where it's called In Search of Oral, we'll get a lot.
Oh,
more-
that'll
yeah.
just skyrocket in the standings.
Especially if our rating is not clean and explicit, like it should be.
Clickbait.
Let's get it all clickbaity there. Yeah.
And we gotta do a shout out. There's a bunch of guys in Columbus, Ohio that apparently listen to this. So shout out to those guys. What the what the hell is wrong with you guys?
This is why I'm telling you.
Demographic.
Yeah, exactly.
White hot oral. That's the name of today's episode.
Waiting on a roll. All right.
Well,
So, are we going into Bryn Shander? No.
no,
No,
not-
it's turn
not
lane.
no. I think you guys are going like
Straight
up the
on.
road and then straight off.
My opinion would be we follow the route, which is
Something
not to either.
bad has to
Yeah, is that the route he took?
happen for us to go to turn lane instead of going straight across.
Yeah, if everything goes smooth, we should just follow.
lead us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
We're gonna end
I'm
up
gonna
in
take-
Dugan's hole.
Searching for Oral.
You don't go to
Mountain on my
do
left.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, I think Maximus will definitely want to make a stop in Tourmaline. I mean, there's nice warm beds there.
It's only 4
We'll have to
hours.
vote on it. It's a wasted day of travel.
It's not a waste.
You'll be fine, Maximus.
Yeah.
Well, if nothing else, he'll complain if we don't. So,
If we're going to turn lane, we're going to Lonelywood, and then we're going to.
I agree. I
Do
like
you
that
do
idea.
you know what Garrett looks like?
A description of them.
yep.
Yeah.
Is that enough for scrying?
See what the spells description
There's
says.
only one way to find out.
Well, we did see it in the distance, I thought.
The cairn?
The cairn, yeah, the mountain.
So if we have a likeness, the DC goes down by 2. And a body part, lock of hair, a bit of nail, or the like, which is what you asked for, would
Mhm.
lower the DC
Maybe
by
there's some
10.
pubic hair in his shorts and pants.
Which is what I asked for, and then you're like, no, just brown pants. That's good.
If you've heard of the target, it's +5.
I was going to be a smartass and be like, so I hear you're a sculptor. Do you have a likeness of your husband?
Yeah.
Like, no. That's a reach. Come on.
A little meta reach.
He was a sculptor.
He is a sculptor.
Sold.
It might be kind of private though.
I didn't ask for like,
He has like this, he has his own sculpture of David that is Garrett
Exactly. It's a
in
sculpture.
chiseled form.
Yeah.
I'm not scrying.
You scry up under his robes.
I'm not sure if scrying helps us or not,
Yeah, we already know where he's at.
but even casting the
We
spell,
know
you
where he
don't.
should be.
You'll see him in a snow pile somewhere.
Yeah, you'll see like 10 feet of snow around him or
If
whatever.
you
That
keep
doesn't
turning
really
it,
help.
eventually you find the right side.
It's either one way or the other. That's
I
the
know.
two ways it'll
It's
fit.
Man, you got to get a better carpenter.
Yeah.
We'll edit that out.
No more editing. You get what you get now.
Well, you got to cut the first minute of my recap.
Oh no, that's staying.
That's golden. It's gonna start the first 5 words or Oral of the Month Club or whatever the fuck. I said.
You just Something like, Gordon has to edit that.
He never does.
No, he
You should make it a Patreon perk to have oral of the month.
That'll launch the Patreon.
The world.
What are these people at my door?
They seem very eager.
The first rule of Oral of the Month Club is don't talk about Oral of the Month.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, there you go.
Again, certain demographics.
At least we're reaching to multiples.
Obviously, the people in Columbus are don't have high standards.
That's a good one.
Absolutely. Did way less than I thought we would.
You didn't
That's
stop,
basically every episode, isn't it?
but you didn't stop for a break.
No.
So how can we advertise and
Whatever.
make that coin?
The moose knuckle coin.
Insert in there.
Yeah.
All of our sponsors are just wondering where they're at.
Yeah.
I'll just
Describe.
insert oral of the month club ad.
I'm probably backed out by now, haven't they? Have they ever listened to the podcast?
I don't know. I think they get 5 seconds in and they just turn it off.
Well, if they listen to the first 5 words of this one,
That's the worst part.
you gotta edit that out.
Thanks for listening to Perilous Pursuits. Be sure to check out our website at perilouspursuits.com for new episodes, news, and other information. In the meantime, go give your Craig cat a walk, give your owlbear a big hug, and go play some D&D.